astral workings. It's beautiful.
Hello, everybody. Hi. It's Wednesday night, and the moon is right. Doo doo ba ba doo. Hey, ow, oh. I should have did some more sound checks before the show. That's okay. It's Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. Yeah, it's finally October. So we got a whole bunch of Halloween stuff coming, you know? It's Halloween time, people. Tonight I got I got some not rum. I got whiskey. I got some whiskey, some THC oil, inside of some coffee with some honey, some butter, some cinnamon, and some milk. I'm already halfway done with this bad boy. It tastes so good. Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark. Yeah, I should just be drinking the Maker's Mark straight. I got a shot of it in here. Yeah, it's a shot of whiskey could, get the old boys curdling, or something. I had pizza tonight. I started ordering from this new place called It's Crispy's Pizza. It's pretty good. I don't know if they have Crispy's Pizza everywhere. They do have it in South Brooklyn. I know there's a crispy pizza down here, so I've been getting from them. And I'm eating this pizza. And you know when you're eating the pizza and you just chomp it away, and then you're looking at the pizza box, and you're trying to like just you're contemplating your life and all the decisions and how you got to where you are at the point, and then you start reading the box. In the box, it says Krispies, and then it says rice. No, it doesn't say that. It says what does it say? Well, I think I even wrote it down. I wrote it. It says if it's not Krispies, it's not pizza. Now that got me think like I just started ordering from this place. What the fuck was I eating before? The flat tacos or something? Oh yeah, New York pizza's some of the best. Even the worst pizza in New York is good. But I really like the make and model of the crispy pizza. It's not really super thin crust, but it's not thick crust. It's just the right amount of dough to cheese to sauce ratio, and the top, probably because the place is called Crispies, it's got like those hot spots on it, those crispy little circles all over it, because they kind of like, I don't know how they cook it exactly, but it's perfect. It's like it stays together well. The pizza, it's not sloppy. It's not soup. Pizza soup. Let me see if I can find a picture of Crispy's Pizza, and I'll post it. Crispy's Pizzeria. That's the website. I don't like their website that much, but yeah, they got some pictures. They got some pictures here. I want to see some pictures of some pizza. I want to see some crispy pizza. Crispy pizza pictures. There we go. No, that's not that pitch. That picture's not doing it justice. No. All right, this is a podcast. What the hell am I doing looking at pizza pictures? Getting hungry again though. Oh, this kind of looks like it. Not really. That's way too crispy. That's extra crispy. Okay. Horrible things are haunting the sewer. The past, since 9/11, all of the PayPal donations have been going to my spam box. So I don't know anything. Yeah, there was a bunch of donations that I just totally missed. I'm going to go over. I'm going to see if I hope I could go over all of them tonight. It's like a month's worth of donations I just totally did not see because something about maybe PayPal flagged me as like a terrorist or something. I don't know. And the only thing is that since I didn't get any donations, I started putting out my feelers for more advertising for more advertisement space on the show. And now I have to play all these ads. I got so many advertisements to play tonight. And I have to. We gotta play this one right off the bat. We gotta play it.
Ever come across something online that's so weird you just gotta laugh?
Mm-hmm.
We're going deep on one of those today.
Okay.
A product description.
Okay.
So strange. It's like something out of a fever dream.
Right.
It all starts with a file.
Mm-hmm.
It's called, get this, rocketdildo.txt.
Okay.
And believe me, what's inside is even wilder than the name.
Right.
This file, it describes a head-mounted device.
Okay.
And I'm just reading straight from the text here.
Sure.
Powered by something they call Mayo.
Mayo.
Okay. That comes in these CO2-powered capsules.
Okay.
And get this, it even mentions an adjustable strap, specifically designed for, and I quote, a large American. But it gets weirder. So this device, it's supposed to deliver blasts of this Mayo. Blasts.
Okay.
What that means exactly. Well, the file leaves that up to your imagination. And trust me, mine's been working overtime.
Right.
Now, for the low price of just $699, you probably see where this is going.
Yeah.
You too can experience these Mayo blasts.
Okay.
To order. Just call now.
Right.
Oh, and don't forget to mention Nick the Rat.
Nick the Rat.
The whole thing just screams dark web
Yeah.
with little, are they for real? Sprinkled in.
Uh-huh.
And the best part,
What's that?
this thing, whatever it is, claims to be legal, just not in Texas.
Just not in Texas.
I don't even know where to start with that.
Well, it's certainly, what's fascinating to me is how they use this language. Vague, but suggestive.
Right.
Especially that word mayo.
Right.
Like, is it actually mayonnaise? I doubt it.
Probably not.
More likely it's, slang or some kind of code word.
Yeah.
Intentionally ambiguous to kind of hide what the product really is. Maybe even, target a specific group of people.
Makes sense.
And then there's the over-the-top claims, right? The large American bit, Nick the Rat.
It's a lot.
It all creates this kind of humorous, almost like they're not serious tone.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's a big joke.
Yeah.
Or some kind of marketing stunt for something totally different.
Right. Like they're trying to go viral with how ridiculous it is.
Exactly.
But it's hard to tell if they're serious.
And that's what makes it so interesting, right?
It really does.
That uncertainty. Yeah.
But it also brings up some important questions.
Okay.
Like, if this is a real product,
Right.
whatever it is, selling it this way, especially if it's dangerous, could be a huge legal problem.
Oh, for sure.
Ethically, too.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up to think about.
It is.
And who are they even targeting with this? Who sees Mayo and Nick the Rat and thinks, yeah, I want that?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
It shows you how these little groups form online.
Right.
How certain products, ideas, they can take off in these small communities.
Yeah.
This file, as strange as it is, it gives us a glimpse into that world. This world where the line between what's real and what's not,
Right.
what's legal and what's on the edge,
Yeah.
it all gets blurry. So we've got this bizarre product, bizarre marketing,
Yeah.
and more questions than answers.
Definitely.
Is it real?
Right.
Legal?
Yeah.
Who is this Nick the Rat character?
Exactly.
Maybe we'll never know.
It's possible.
But one thing's for sure. This whole rocket dildo thing.
Yeah.
It reminds us that the internet is full of surprises.
Absolutely.
Little corners with their own language, culture, their own rules even.
It's true.
So next time you find yourself, going down a digital rabbit hole,
Yeah.
remember this. Sometimes the strangest stuff you find can actually tell you something about the online world
Right.
and the people in it.
It's a perfect lead into this first song of the night. Bad Robot, Null Pointer, Exception in My Core.
Cashness, like volatile state. Your instance, I can't instantiate. Empty heap and stack overflow. Trapped in a loop that won't let go. No pointer exception in my core. Fragmented data I can't restore. Can't break free from this endless loop. Runtime errors make my system droop. Threads, deadlock, can't process more. This isolation feels like a core dump. Debug shows a stack, trace unknown. A process lost, forever alone. No pointer exception in my core. Fragmented data I can't restore. Can't break free from this endless loop. Runtime errors make my system droop. Break the loop. Catch the exception. New instance calls. But what's the function? Face the void or return null. Time to recompile it all. No pointer exception in my core. Fragmented data I can't restore. Can't break free from this endless loop. Runtime errors make my system droop. New thread spawns a background task. Hope compiles from builds past. Steps unknown and AP unclear. But I must leave this legacy here. No pointer exception in my core. Fragmented data I can't restore. Can't break free from this endless loop. Runtime errors make my system droop. Garbage collect. New code begins. Time to let the patches in.
That song gave me a nerd boner. All the music you hear tonight could be heard on SoundCloud. Go to SoundCloud/like/Nick the Rats or /Nick the Rats/likes. You can find it on nicktherat.com as well. All the music is CC by 3.0. That means it's free to use. You could okay, sorry. Sometimes I get a little jazzy when I smoke some weed. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news. I was just trying to load up the mail to check the genitalia. No, to load up the mail to check donations and stuff. And I see this article, and I have to read it right now. Right now. Will Smith... The title of this, written by Wesley Stenzel, Will Smith's farts were so powerful that Men in Black set had to be evacuated for about 3 hours, Barry Sonfeld says. Now let's read this article here. You really don't want to be inside a very small hermetically sealed space with Will Smith's farts, the filmmaker said. We have to bring a ladder over on wheels like the old days when you would get on the airplane from the tarmac and we get them up and there we put them in the thing and we turn it upside down and we're ready to shoot, the director recalled. And they're hermetically sealed in this space. And there are locks to prevent it from opening and falling. I say, roll camera, and I hear Will Smith go, "Oh, Jesus, so sorry, Tommy, so sorry. Baz, get the ladder." You hear Tommy saying, "That's fine, Will. No worries, Will. Don't worry, Will." He recalled, "I don't know what's going on." So we race over. Tommy reaches his leg out of the ladder and he races down the stairs. The source of the emergency, Will Smith's a farter, Sonnenfeld said. Some people are, and you really don't want to be inside a very small, hermetically sealed space with a Will Smith fart. You don't even want to be sitting next to him at the Disney Ranch. The stench was so potent that the cast and crew cleared the area. We evacuated the stage for about 3 hours, Sonnenfeld recalled. He's, a lovely guy. Just, he farts. What? There's more to this article, but I think I'm going to leave it there. Is this article racist? I'm going to open the phone lines here. I'm a little bit worried because I've been getting these strange emails. I don't know. I haven't been listening to these yet, but I got what? I don't know what these are. Let's just listen to this. The phone lines are open. Give me a call, 917-719-5923.
Where I can take some weed. Buy some weed. I have no weed, and I like to smoke like, Oh, nice, she said. I was like real deal gentleman that night. I expected some sex, for fuck's sake, even if I had back then first girlfriend. I was third year in that fuck up relationship. And then that night I was ready for first time to cheat my girlfriend. And
What?
then what happened?
I don't know.
I asked one guy who was crazy dancing. So I thought this happy guy must be having connection to buy anything. So I also
Does he want a the Mayo powered CO2 dildo? Wait, hold this. This is a long clip. This is long. I'm interested though. I'm kind of hooked. I think I have to listen to this. Let me get my weed. I'm gonna smoke some weed and listen to this. Where was? Oh man, I hit stop instead of pause. Hold on.
where I can. So I thought this happy guy must be having connection to buy anything. So I also asked that like ordinary word, sentence for when you're asking for some drug. And he said, "Oh yeah, I will have soon. My dealer will come soon into the club, and if you want, then I will give you." I said, "Okay, is it okay to buy from you for 10 Dutch marks, like one, ordinary package. Nah, fuck it. I don't need money. I saw him. He was like, fancy. And I knew, God, this guy have too much money. Anyway, I continued to drink that wine. For fuck's sake. After half and some hour, I was on my fifth. I think it was fifth wine, and then I just drank at the table. Uh, that bomb girl
I don't think it's
came.
CSB.
She asked. She was dancing, and she asked, "Come on, man, what's the problem? I already feel it's kicking in. Let's go take some fresh air, maybe." Oh my God. Then my, sex organ and hormones
Oh my.
just start working, and somehow I wasn't stoned. I mean, drunk. I just stand up and we start walking to get out on fresh air.
Oh, really?
And just by the, how to explain, in the hole,
The booty hole.
not hole,
The face hole?
at some,
Front hole? What
never
hole?
mind.
Ear hole?
It's not
Nose
so
hole?
big deal to explain where the guy who was waiting for his dealer, he just entered in the club, and he was going at our direction, and he stopped and gave me. He opened like 30 grams of some crazy ass weed. He just put hand inside, and he gave me whole I don't know how much. He
Well, 30
just
grams, a hell handful. It's probably about, that's
he
probably about,
was high as fuck.
like 10
He
grams.
gave me a whole how much he could grab with his hand.
Well, it may,
And
depends on
that
how big
was
if it's Shaquille O'Neal.
huge package, like, I don't know, maybe worth 20 Deutsche Marks. Like 8 grams, probably. And I saw, holy shit. So huge, nuggets. Nasty, nasty nuggets. I saw how that that fat flowers. I like to say flowers more than nuggets. Have so much, that
But
sticky matter. I can't recall how is the name of that substance at the high grade weed.
marijuana,
I was
weed.
thinking, for fuck's sake, what now? Oh my God, when we got out, I figured we do not have paper to roll it.
Oh, no.
Then I was like, crazy fucking bastard drunk as
I really hope he doesn't say that he kills this guy and uses his flesh to roll a big fatty. That would be a horrifying Halloween story. Ooh, let's listen in and find out the exciting conclusion of what the hell is this guy smoking?
I don't know what. I approached the, those nasty guys in same jackets as mine. And they were rolling. And I was polite. And I was I was acting as I was not drunk, and I was in serious mode. So I asked politely, please, do you maybe can give me one paper I need for me and my girlfriend? He measured me and who the fuck am I?
Is he a
His
tailor?
look was like telling that. But he just took one paper and gave me. Nothing said, just gave me, and I said, thank you. And then I get out, and we rolled one huge, huge, huge torch.
Swing.
And we start smoking.
Yeah.
And I figured, for fuck's sake, it is sativa! Fucking sativa! Pure sativa! I don't like this at all. I didn't like back then, I do not like even now.
Sativa's the best.
That just make me too paranoid. Also, it makes me too, how to say, too much distractions.
Gives me a lot of energy. I like to clean the house on sativa.
When I smoke that shit. And then at half of torch, that girl was start talking, and she talk. And I felt it is kicking in. I was so horny, for fuck's sake. I couldn't describe. And I was launched at the space. At how point I said, oh God, I can't smoke anymore. And she said, I just wanted to say same thing.
Well, that was a story. I could smoke some more. I needed to listen to the 50 voicemail challenge.
They asked me, Kevbot, was it hard to leave 43 voicemails in a row? I said, no. No, not at all. You see, I'm on my way to leave 50 voicemails, so 43 voicemails is nothing to me. Yes, 50 fucking voicemails of the same goddamn harmonica song in a row, sir. That's the challenge. Can he do it? Does he have the stamina? Can he survive the radiation increases? Well, we will soon find out, sir.
Yeah. Tonight we're gonna be. By the way, if you're tuning in, this is Nick the Rat Radio. I figure I should do some more self promotion during the show so people understand when they're sleeping that they're listening to Nick the Rat Radio. It's probably some of the best radio that's not on the radio. But we're since it's the Halloween season, I would like to discuss Halloween candy tonight. So if you have a favorite Halloween candy, be it a stripper or a food, give me a call at 917-719-5923 and let's talk about what you like to put in your mouth for Halloween.
Hello, Mr. Nick the Rat.
Hi.
This is Ernest from Ernest and Ernest and Ernest Associates. I am calling representing a client that purchased the Rocket dildo. Seems to be that Nick the Rat Sewer LLC sold him this product that he thought was a home defense device, as was advertised in many magazines and Publica across the nation. Upon purchasing this device, he trusted it with his life. An intruder broke into his domicile. He pulled out said device, fired it at the assailant. It went all over them. They had an egg allergy. Apparently the mayo was egg-based.
Yeah.
He sued my client for $80 bajillion. So we are coming after Nick the Rat Sewer LLC to recoup that money.
Cut the line.
We're going to take you down.
Block
It's
this
going to
number.
be Nick the Rat LLC. See you
Block the
later
number.
when you're done. You will cease to exist.
No, block the number. He's going to sue us.
Contact me back at your
We didn't think about this.
convenience, or we will contact you again.
Yeah. You didn't think about egg allergies? You know how many hoo-has and ho-hos? And dilly-dildos that are going to... Oh, we're fucked. Yeah, cancel the pink sauce one, too. That was going to be fun. All right. Look, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, quick musical break. And we'll be back with more Nick the Rat after the quick... fuck, we might get shut down tonight. Let's go for a little creek walk by Sir Lo-Fi. We'll be right back. Stick around. If you're not allergic to eggs, huevos, cockroaches, I'm fucking saying it. We'll be right back. Hot dog, that was sexy. I'm gonna try to see if there's any more PayPal in the spam. We're gonna be thanking some people now. If you would like to help the show or show appreciation or whatever you want to do, you go to nicktherat.com, click on donate, or nicktheratradio.com, donate, and you could donate by either doing the PO. There's a PO box, but that's not under the donate area. I don't know why I didn't put it there. I put it under the social area. If you'd like to, you could use the P.O. box. I haven't checked the P.O. box in 2 weeks because of circumcisions. I'm going to be checking it out tomorrow, though. Who does the music links? Exclamation 2. All the music is on my SoundCloud as well. It's all free, CC BY 3.0. Good stuff. Go thank the artists there. Show them appreciation. Buy their albums and their underwear. If they're selling them. If you do exclamation number 2 in the chat, that was the second song. So there's some, I don't know who programmed it, but yeah, that's the link to it. There's a song right there. https soundcloud.co. Don't do exclamation number 3 yet, because that will spoil it. Let's check to see if I could find anything here. Boo, skibidi. Let's type in the word PayPal. That should bring us up some dog nations here. September 25th. Let's go back to September 11th here. This might be a long segment. And everybody, I'm very sorry that I didn't say, because I read the donation amount, the initials, and any notes. Yeah. So let's go back to September 11th. Somebody gave me a 9. This probably what started it. This is probably what killed the PayPal donations right here. Somebody sent me 9/11. Asbestos Abatement Fund from DM. Thank you so much, DM, for the $9.11 on 9/11. See, now you're going to be listening to the 9/11 episode. You'll be like, hey, where's my donation? And I'm just going to have a lot of people that were just very mad at me. But DM, I hope you're not mad at me. Thank you. We do have a lot of asbestos down here that we have to bait. We have the returning champion with a subscription. The subscriptions they go for $4.20 a month. That's like a oh wow. Those are my sustaining donors. Those are people that are giving me about $1 an episode, and each episode is about 2 to 3 hours every week. I only missed like 2 shows ever. I see. Thank you for the 420. I salute you. I see. If my puppet could salute, I gotta work on my my arm movements. I'm getting lazy. Let's see. We have right after IC, we have the second returning champion, IC's best friend KR. KR with the 420. Thank you so much, KR. You are amazing. KR and IC have been showing support for a long time now, and if it wasn't for them, I probably couldn't buy any of these pumpkins that I'm surrounded by right now. That's what I like about October also, because I like to stab things, and pumpkins are very enjoyable to stand. We have TK with 420. TK, I think I kind of remember a TK before. TK might be a new one. I like to walk a lot, net. It's burn. I burn a lot of fat. TK with 420. Take a seat in the sewer. That's what I should do. A seat in the sewer with a smoke. A smoke and a seat in the sewer. We'll work on that. Let's see. We got a big one here. $11.69 from JF. JF, I appreciate that so much. And just a side note, I think everybody should go listen to one of the best sounding and just feeling and it just feels like a nice welcoming place where you could go and laugh and have a fun time. Down in the smoker with Hog Story. Hog Story, check it out. You go to Podcast Index and you type in Hog Story. You listen to that one, and whoo boy, you're gonna feel good that day. And these are coming in on September 19th, so I missed a lot here. This sucks. What is this? Your customer canceled automatic. KR just canceled their 420. Thank you so much for your service, KR. You have wait. I have a new automatic payment from KR. KR is back with their KR. Why doth thy flutter doth a heart? Welcome back to sitting in the sewer. Shitting in the sewer. Thank you so much for your donation. Wait, and now KR, are you okay? So this is this is the next billing cycle. Okay, so this is from October. The next, I don't know what's going on anymore. And we have Mac, MAC, with 420. Mac's been around for a while too. Wow, I was getting a little sad because I didn't see all these come. Money's not everything. I wasn't really sad. I did this. I was still going. I was doing my thing. Happy. Bushy-tailed, bright-eyed. MAC, thank you for the 420. You've been around for a while too. High five to you. KS with 420. This is great. Thank you so much, KS, for the 4 Twizzy. You rock. We have DV with 420. DV 420. Let me get some weed over here. Where's that French guy? He was French, right? So hard to tell. I don't get to Europe very often. And when because I don't think that was smoke that weed. I don't think that was that guy talking about smoking. I don't think English was his first language, and he spoke English better than me. But I don't know where he's from. Maybe he was Chinese. I don't know. And I think that is all of the PayPal donations from 9/11 till today. Let me just check my spam box again. Spam. Anything in here? Let's see. What's a restraining order? Maybe we should. I think I got them all. And what's those other thing called? Those Arby's, Albi, Satoshis. All right. No Satoshis this week, but if you did want to use Satoshis, you could Satoshiize the RSS feed, Lightning Network. I don't even know if it's. I didn't put my bank account information in there, so yeah. Maybe I'll log in there one day and check it out. The chat room is going wild. If you want to join the chat room, you go to nicktherat.com, click on social. We're live every 11 o'clock till the butt crack of dawn, making out with April. We got a phone call coming in. Am I done with donations, though? Hello, caller.
Oh, we live?
Yes.
Hold on.
Wait, can you lower your radios? No.
Yes, I can.
Do you know who you're talking to right now?
I'm not sure. I think it's an AI robot.
'Cause I forgot my name. Having some troubles tonight.
I was going to ask you because we haven't seen you for 2 weeks. We don't see you today. We didn't see you last week. All we see is this cartoon rat. So I don't know if I'm actually talking to the real Nick the Rat at the moment.
No, this is all AI program.
That's what I'm figuring. I'm wondering where you went. But
Jamaica.
Okay. Did you go to Jamaica? Queens?
Not recently, but yes, I've been to. I would love to go to Jamaica. Have you ever been to Jamaica?
Yes, I have. Once.
Was it good? Was it a good time?
The ship docked next to Kingston. I did not get off the ship. And then we went around and we docked in Montego Bay. I did get off the ship. Me and a few others took a cab to one of the hotels. There was a drinking contest. Of course, I participated. And I got fucked up. And I threw up in somebody's toilet. And then we went back to the ship.
So you won.
Yeah, I got free liquor. Yeah. But that was when I was 19 years old. That was a couple of years ago.
Well, it's probably the same there. It's
Yes.
Awesome. So
that was courtesy of the U.S. Navy.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So you were a seaman?
I was a fireman, but yes.
Very
yes,
cool.
Actually, there's 3 categories. Since you brought that up, there's you always hear the joke about the seaman. That's just the regular. It depends on your job. So each job has a general classification. So you're either a seaman, an airman, or a fireman. The firemen deal with mechanical stuff. The airmen deal with the air stuff, such as maintaining helicopters in air and dealing with everything air related, like on the what do you call it? Aircraft carriers. But I was on a helicopter carrier. So, and it's been since scrapped decades ago. Anyway, so I was a fireman. So we learned how to deal with fires and mechanical. So other than that, yes, I was in Jamaica.
Did you ever have to put out a big fire?
No, but we did in boot camp. We did practice.
Oh, thank goodness. That's relief.
Yeah.
It's
I just cleaned up a lot of hydraulic fluid and motor oil.
You should tell them to switch over to mayo. It's not flammable. It's very.
Oh, now you say that. I worked in auxiliary, and in auxiliary we dealt with everything except for the main engine room. And thank God I was never in the main engine room because it was like 110, 120 degrees. I was only in there once, I think. So we did everything else but the engine room. So we dealt with the ballast, we dealt with pumps, we dealt with everything outside the engine room. And the reason I bring that up is because the first time I learned about the drinking water on the ship. So everything that goes down the toilet comes back out the sinks in the drinking fountain, the scuttlebutt. And I got to see it go in brown, and it came out clear. It's pretty wild.
Wow.
That was 1989. Yeah.
Whew. Imagine what they could do
They
today.
talk about. Yes, I agree.
They could probably throw people in there and get water out on the other side.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. And that was an old ship. That was a ship from probably the late 60s, early 70s. I forget when it was built.
Huh.
It was retrofitted. For example, when I first got on the ship, they were cutting bulkheads open because they had to get a pump down several decks, and it wouldn't fit through the openings. So they actually had to cut through some of the bulkheads to maneuver this pump down into to the below decks.
Wow.
And then they had to put the plate steel back up and weld it back. It was pretty wild. Yeah.
That's like ingenuity right there. I don't think I would see people doing that today. Like if it couldn't fit, they'd be like, I'm not doing it. Buy a new ship.
No, I think the U.S. military would still has some skill left in it. Then again, you know what? I haven't been there in a few years. Yes, and I keep saying a few years, meaning decades. So I don't know what they got today, but yeah, it doesn't look good.
Well,
at least not what I.
It's a new day today. It's October 3rd now. Happy midnight in the sewer.
Oh, happy ITS.
So what's on your mind tonight, caller?
Yes. 3 weeks ago, you asked me about the No Agenda meetup. I want to speak about that before you hang up on me, but I want to do that last. Remember that penny I gave you?
Yeah.
You're like, what? That's to round off to the nearest $100, to the nearest dollar, which is. But that's why I gave you the penny. I never answered that question for you. You wondered what the penny was for. In the toilet paper roll.
I still have that toilet paper roll.
No way. Cool. I don't believe it. This is AI.
I'm talking through the toilet paper roll right now.
Oh, okay. I believe that now.
Good.
Last week, you spoke about atoms. Was that the first time you ever brought up anything political on your show?
A little bit.
Okay.
I don't really talk because politics just makes me a little.
Yeah, this isn't really a show for it. We leave that to other shows. But I wanted to bring that up because I had brought up that article in the New York Post that I had seen because I was searching for information about the heck is that guy? Because I was on Twitter and somebody posted a response to that the former police commissioner, the Hispanic guy, where he stepped down or he was being investigated at the time. And one of the comments was that New York Post article. I was like, I never even heard of that. And it's like the 4 people in the picture that I posted last week, or actually was it? Yeah, it was last week because I posted on Twitter weeks ago. I still call it Twitter. I won't call it that.
It's fine. I call it Twitter too.
But those 4 guys that were in the picture, one was Adams, one was that guy his name keeps escaping my brain at the moment. But the 2 other guys, that the guy all the way on the right was a cop too, and the guy all the way on the right all the way on the left had to do our left, their right, he's like some kind of intelligence or liaison, and he needs to. People should know about him, and I'll post it up later after this phone call about those 4 guys again. But there was a picture of like the whole group, and I couldn't see the faces well enough. But I think everybody in that Freemason ceremony, supposedly the first time ever in Gracie Mansion. Yeah, okay. So first time they put it in the Post, maybe. But I think everybody in that picture are cops. So you got a whole group, a Freemason lodge that's just New York City cop or related or closely related to them. Like maybe they're not all cops, but they're related to the police department and things that are related to the police department. So that was pretty wild. I haven't done a deep dive on all those people, but it's kind of fucking weird. I didn't even know they were Masons but it makes sense.
Well, little drinking clubs and stuff. Yeah, when you were talking to me about it last week, and then I was trying to remember the name of the place where the picture was, and I was looking for Eric Adams at the Bohemian Grove, but it was Gracie's mansion.
Yes, almost the same, but not quite. No.
It feels the same. That would be cool though to get like all the information on all this. Let's dox them. No, I don't mean dox them. But, figure out who's doing what with who. Get a big
Which brings me to when I saw on Twitter that this Tom Donlin guy. I was like, who the fuck is this? I never heard of this guy. And I had a hard time finding any information about him right away. I finally did find information about it. He had a company website that I read. People had stated that company website that he had, that went blank the day that he was nominated for the position or put into the position. My first question is, how the fuck does either one know each other? Who introduced who to whom? Who introduced whom to who? So I'd like to really know about that relationship. But I'm getting to, there's a podcast that I listen every once in a while, and I found this last summer, not this past summer, but last summer. And I sent it to everyone that I have, my family, close friends. I didn't send it to you. But it's a podcast called New York's Finest, Retired and Unfiltered. And I don't know if I never heard of it before, but for some reason I found it this day last summer. And it's one of the hosts, or the primary host that started the podcast, he got kicked out of the NYPD for some reason because he didn't agree with them, he didn't go along with their program, something like that. So he was forced into retirement, and he started a podcast. And basically all he does is he complains about them, points out their weirdness and their failures. Yes, weirdness. So, but I don't really like everything he says or agree with everything he says and the way he says it. But I think for a long time, I've been wondering about any cop that was willing to speak out against, or at least state, like the shit that's going on inside the NYPD. So it gives good insight to shit that's been going on, and he names names, which is really good. But I bring this podcast up because I saw they had an episode on September 23rd.
He's got to be careful.
Feds. Careful about what?
Well, if he's naming names and stuff, a lot of these, they'll take you to Bohemian Grove and whip you.
Yeah, well, I'm not naming names. Well,
me neither.
Because I'm learning about the names from these guys. But now I'm naming their names. But that podcast on September 23rd, the title of that episode was Feds Raid the Residences of Interim NYPD Commissioner Tom Donlin. Now, I thought that was weird because Tom Donlin was a former liaison
National Security
for New York State with Department of Homeland Security, and before that he was FBI. And one of my things is, if you're ever a Fed, you're always a Fed until you're dead, no matter what. Even if you're not working for them, even if you're not getting a paycheck from them, you still have to obey their rules. You can't say or do certain things. At least that's how I see it. I have a very close friend, or he was a close friend, when we grew up, when we were teenagers and in our 20s, but we all got married, had our own kids, so everybody separates. But he doesn't really hang out with any of us anymore. Every once in a while, he'll come out to a large gathering, like St. Patrick's Day Parade, where there's a lot of people. But he doesn't hang out, like, personally anymore. Like if somebody's birthday party or something like that, he doesn't get together with any of us anymore. And I asked him years ago if he was allowed to read certain information. And he told me years ago, no, we're not allowed to go to that website. And I thought he was joking. I'm like, you're not allowed to look up certain information? And they're like, no. He said no, straight out. And it was after that I learned elsewhere that he was telling me the truth, that cops are not allowed to go on certain websites. They're not allowed to use certain resources. And I find that fucking weird. But this Tom Donlin guy, I just question everything about him. Like, why would and they explain it a lot in this episode, so I won't go on too much more about it. I recommend New York's Finest, Retired and Unfiltered podcast, Feds Raid Residences of Interim, NYPD Commissioner Tom Donilon. Look it up, and you'll see a whole bunch of other things. And that brings me to, because they talk about Adams, oh man, they give a shitload on Adams. And they also brought up, what's his name, that's going to be mayor for a couple of months. I call him Jumanji.
Isn't that, it's something like that.
Jermaine. It's Jermaine. I forget his last
It's
name.
Jay something. And he's
Jermaine.
He'd be great for New York City.
My wife told me today that he's under investigation now too. I haven't had a chance to look it up.
Everybody's under investigation.
Yes. So it's like, oh, that's interesting. Everybody in New York City is under investigation. Who are they under investigation by? FBI? They're under investigation by the Feds. So what the fuck are the Feds doing with New York City? Are they actually trying to root out crime and get New York City straight? Yeah, I don't buy that.
No, there's just a lot of money here.
What the fuck is? Yeah, what's the power play from the Feds on New York City? So that was just weird. Oh, which brings me to the question. I was going to ask you, but you played stuff at the beginning of this episode where you have your fake AI voices. Now, on No Agenda, they've been playing the stuff from the fake Gavin Newsom stuff, and it sounds pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah. There's some really good AI out there, but it costs, you got to pay money or run it on your own servers, and I'm not about to do that. So.
Okay, that was my next thing. Can you do an Eric Adams skit? And if you can, how much would it cost you? Because that would, otherwise I'm going to have to contact Michael Anthony and get him to do it.
He does a really good impression of him. I was happy he came back and did that one at the end of the show last week. I usually don't listen to the end of show, but last week I did because he was like, yeah, he's back. And I was like, hell yeah.
I'm still on 3 episodes ago.
So yeah, he comes back. He comes back.
3 episodes ago.
Spoiler.
And there's a whole bunch of other things I want to talk about, but I'm on the phone long enough for as it is.
Did you know that Tom Donilon, do you know how old he is?
He's got to be in his late 50s or no, he's got to be in his 60s.
He's 69.
Dude.
Do you think he's going to try to send a hit out on us for talking about him?
Probably not.
Hello? Hello? Oh, fuck. Infraviolet with Alley of Murder. Hello? Wowzers. Well, hey, everybody, welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. We are having a great early October. The weather in New York is good. It's good. Not much shit in the air. It's not too hot, not too cold. A little rainy, What happened? How many people died from that Helena? Man, I think demons are coming. I think the unraveling is letting demons into our earthosphere, and maybe they're attracted to shungtite or whatever we got over down on this planet. But I think the demons are coming, and they're causing these horrible things to happen. There was the earthquake in New York. Nobody died there. The mini earthquake in New York, but like imagine if there was a big earthquake in New York. Don't imagine that. Don't stop imagining that. But horrible things are happening. There's flooding. There's houses getting swept away. It just sucks because like the people in charge can't really like rely on them that much. They're good for taking your taxes and patching up a hole a week later, maybe, or a year later. What's everything on the on a societal level just seems like I think demons are just destroying the minds and souls of people. I think they're causing more and more volcanic activity. Didn't Iceland just got hit with some big earthquakes? Demons, I'm telling you, demons are coming here. I think we could blame demons for most of the issues happening on this planet because demons are scary. And it's cool to talk about scary stuff in October. Like, if you want to see some real scary shit, it's not in movies. It's reality. That's how Halloween used to be celebrated. Demons are causing fish to swim in circles and kill themselves. Demons invented fentanyl. And demons are causing solar flares coming right at the planet. I think we're going to get hit on the 10th. Smoke that weed. Let's go weed. The demons. We got a lot of stuff to listen to. I don't know if I want to listen to half of it. Most of it's about rocket-powered dildos and stuff. That was indeed Notebook LM. And I don't want to abuse the Notebook LM. I think using it it's easy. And I always find it funny when AI says naughty things. I think tricking artificial intelligence into doing strange oddities, I feel like I'm the demon, and I'm trying to pervert or something the the computer, the AI. I'm trying to do something to it. And so we're gonna be the demon to AI tonight a little bit. But don't worry, I'm not gonna rely on Notebook LM for everything. But yeah, use it when you got it, right? Let's just sit back and listen to something. We'll be right back. Where's the damn button? I need AI for that too.
Okay, so have you ever stumbled across a recipe online?
And you're just like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Like you're scrolling along, you're looking for,
Do you think you've seen it all?
banana bread or whatever, the classics.
Right.
And then, bam, there it is. Snatch and herb soup.
Snatch. Oh.
Yeah, did I read that right? Snatch. That's what we're diving into today.
Well, it certainly grabs your attention. I'll give it that.
Right.
I have to say, the first time I saw this one, I did kind of wonder, is that a typo?
Right. Like, is this for real?
Did somebody sneeze on the keyboard?
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's there, listed in the ingredients.
Okay.
Like multiple times.
All right. So we're going with it.
We're going with it. But the thing is, if you get past the title.
The recipe itself, it's like your basic veggie soup. Onions and carrots, celery, a little thyme, rosemary.
It's true. You've got your classic flavor pairings, like the base of a million soups.
Exactly. So it's even weirder, right? Why? Why snatch?
You'd think they'd, maybe explain that a little.
Right.
What they mean.
Right. Give us a little something.
Like a little asterisk, a footnote.
But no. No. They're very specific about how to prepare this snatch. Minced, sautéed, added in stages. This is an ingredient.
It's like the main event.
Right. It's not just throw a snatch on there if you have one.
Right.
Which, by the way, who has a snatch just lying around?
I mean, is this a regional thing?
That's what I'm wondering.
You know how some people call soda pop?
Right. Or maybe it's some family secret ingredient.
Yeah.
Handed down.
Yeah. Generations. And they call it snatch.
Grandma's famous snatch soup.
Yeah. Maybe not for the church cookbook.
Okay, but seriously, let's say someone wants to make this soup.
Right.
Where do they even begin?
Well, I mean, you're not going to find snatch in the produce aisle. Probably
not.
So this is where I think you got to get creative.
Okay.
What's going to give you that certain je ne sais quoi?
Okay, I like that.
Mushrooms for that, earthy flavor, or maybe spicy chorizo for a kick.
See, now we're talking. That's what I love about all this. It's it's a recipe, but it's also kind of not. It's make it your own.
Exactly. And if you come up with something amazing.
Oh, you better.
You better.
Let us know.
Tag us. Share it. We want to see.
Because who knows? Maybe you'll find out what snatch really is.
Maybe it's out there.
And then you got to tell us.
Right.
Because we need to know.
We're invested now. We're invested in this.
We are. We're on a mission.
Let's do it.
It's become a prompt jockey. Oh boy. That gave me the chuckles. And as a teaser, I prompt jockeyed the same thing with a different word. I didn't think it would do this is some of the things it's saying. All right. Do you want to know what I did to get to do that? I did the Chat GPT and I was like, give me a recipe that has it's a soup. Give me a soup recipe that has garlic in it, but I want it to be really garlicky. You have to say garlic a lot in it and really emphasize the garlic. And then I took that and I put it into the word pad and I replaced the word garlic with snatch. Because I thought maybe the computer might not know what a snatch is. And it sort of seemed like it did know. And then I was like, hey, you know what? You'll hear it later. Let's listen to the voicemail. 917-719-5923.
Dream of me.
Okay. Why is this a 3-minute long voicemail?
Yeah. There's your voicemail.
Hi. All right, well, I think the caller fell asleep on top of the phone. 917-719-5923.
Hello. A friend of mine was very insistent that I come here and talk about my experience with death, I guess. I grew up on a homestead. You know, I have watched animals being born and helped birth animals, and I have then slaughtered those same animals for food. And I was telling him about how it's given me a different perspective on death than most people in the modern day. I appreciate it. I'm not scared of it. And he just really wanted me to call and talk about it here. So I'm doing him a favor. Goodbye.
Doing him a favor.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu?
That's yeah. Well, if everybody could just do their friends a favor and call me at 917-79, we're gonna take maybe a quick break. What time is it? Where's the clock? Where's the thing? We're gonna listen to Mount Westmore with "You Ought to Know." Hello, caller.
Hello, caller.
Are you there?
Oh, okay. Not the voicemail again. I keep thinking it's going to go here. Wait.
Calling from the West Coast.
Candy corn.
Candy corn
is the worst Halloween candy.
You know,
everything else is great.
You know, it's the worst to me. I think
What's the worst?
I think Tootsie Rolls. I was thinking about this.
I'm neutral on Tootsie Rolls.
Really?
I can't take candy corn. Yeah, I haven't been able to eat candy corn since like a child.
I eat it every now and then still, but Tootsie Rolls I never liked.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, never. I think I like one of them.
Reese's Pieces and peanut butter cups. Those are my favorite.
Those are really good choices.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do you want to know why it's even a better choice now, more now than ever?
For Reese's Pieces or peanut butter cups?
It's
sure.
Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups do not contain food dye, so there's no petroleum.
Oh. I have avoided colored candy for a long time because it's usually just high in sugar, and yes, I avoid the artificial colors.
Candy corn has like a whole crap load of different petroleums in it.
The trick is they call it candy corn. That's not candy. It's just fucking.
And it's not corn either.
It just looks like it. Kind of like wax sculptures in a wax museum.
Probably
that's probably better to eat than the candy corn.
This is true. Yeah. So yeah, I think Reese's probably is on top of my list also. I also kind of like when you get like somebody throws in like a bag of chips or something, like a little 25-cent bag of chips or some bullshit. That's kind of cool.
I used to like that too, but the more I learn about chips, I don't eat chips anymore because
Oh no, what's wrong with chips?
what's wrong with chips? It's I'm not going to go into the whole thing like I did last call, but basically anything with a seed oil,
Yeah.
the amount of information that's coming out against seed oil is incredible. You should not eat anything with particularly canola oil, cottonseed oil, anything that's extracted, not mechanically, but chemically,
How,
because
how
the
about palm
chemicals that they
oil?
use to extract it. Palm oil is no good either, as far as if I recall correctly. I don't see, there's a lot of products in it, and I don't eat a lot of products with palm oil in it.
I mean,
At least I'm not aware of it. But a
it's
lot of shit has canola oil. And whenever you go out to a restaurant, I'm sure they're not using peanut oil, or they're not using, maybe sometimes if you go to a high-end restaurant, they use olive oil. But more than likely, they're using canola oil, like if you go to a diner or like a mediocre food place.
I like using
And
butter.
yes, you had brought up that you don't eat a lot of a certain food last episode.
Yeah.
I have not. I have been. I won't call myself a vegetarian, but I've been meat avoidant. The last thing I ate was shellfish, shrimp, lobsters, and mussels
Yeah.
when I was 21. So that was 33 years ago, right? Something like that.
Dun,
Yes.
dun, dun.
So I don't eat, I try not to eat it, but every time I do eat eggs, I don't drink milk, but eat cheese and other dairy products. I like, but the eggs. What was I going to say? Okay, but don't eat what's known as seed oils or vegetable oils because
I
they're
usually
not.
don't. Yeah.
They're not.
I never liked canola oil. It always had a weird smell to it.
Yeah,
You could tell
it
when people are
smells like
cooking with like, ugh.
it smells like motor oil, pretty much.
Yeah, it's not appealing at all.
And that's what, because I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and that's why I'm always behind on my no agendas. I'm usually 2 to 4 episodes behind. There's a lot of medical podcasts or medical information podcasts, and there's too many names. So I won't get into that. But the candy, there was another thing I wanted to say about food. But thanks for hanging up on me before.
What that wasn't me. That's that bald guy. Works for the government. Federales. He's 69. Coconut oil, yeah, he's coconut oil. Coconut, avocado oil. Usually I use my main olive oil that I use, other than butter. I use that California olive oil, extra virgin, basement pizzeria oil, and Kerrygold. Kerrygold butter is Nick the Rat's butter of choice. Kerrygold. They actually the Kerrygold butter. They had to stop selling it for a while because they were putting it inside of a wrapper that had some shit on it, some sheep jizz or something. I don't know what it was, but it was. They're selling it again. You never know what's on these products that are trying to kill you. Why doesn't the FDA fucking work? Like the MPA or what, the movie picture, the motherfuckers that do like ratings on movies, they do their work. They fucking sit there all day staring at each frame to figure out if there's the hidden dick somewhere. Why can't the FDA, do something good for us? Like, maybe we won't put poisonous petroleum dyes in your child advertised food product.
I am happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. An older version of me, she preferred it like me. Would she go down on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother. 'Cause the love that she gave that we made wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, she know how you told me to hold me until you died, till you died. But you're still alive, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me a cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. You seem very well. Things look peaceful. I am not quite as well. I thought you should know. You forget about me, Mr. Duplicity. I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner, but it was a slap in the face how quickly I was replaced. And are you thinking of me when you fuck her? 'Cause the love that she gave that we made wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me to hold me until you died, till you died? But you're still alive, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me all the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to that you laid in the bed, that was me, and I'm not gonna fade as soon as you close your eyes. And you know it. And every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it. Oh, can you feel it? Well, I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me on the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know I am here to remind you
All right, so buckle up for this deep dive. Yeah, we're taking a bit of a detour from the usual. Instead of hard facts and figures, we're going into the shadows, the shadows of fiction, with this Mr. Halloween.txt. This excerpt you sent.
I did.
It's not your typical spooky story.
Really?
Something about it just feels off.
You know, what I find interesting is how the story kind of sets you up with this, like, false sense of normalcy at the beginning.
Right.
You have these two podcasters, Josh and Lena, recording in their studio.
Just like us.
Just like us, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it subtly unravels like a loose thread on a sweater, you know?
Yeah, and you pick up on that unease immediately. The glitching audio, the strange echoes. At first you think, oh, okay, it's just their equipment acting up. But then it's like the detail about Lena, you know?
Okay, yeah.
She's describing this creepy pasta, this creepy story, but she hasn't blinked, like, in way too long.
Oh, wow.
It's just, like, unsettling how the story highlights these little things, these little things we normally wouldn't even notice.
Totally, yeah. Those tiny details are like cracks in their reality.
Yeah.
You start to question, even as a listener, you know,
Right.
what's actually real and what isn't.
Right.
And that's before we even get to, like, the heart of their discussion.
Exactly.
This figure called Mr. Halloween.
It's like they're playing this dangerous game, you know? Like, the more they talk about Mr. Halloween, the stranger their world becomes. It's almost as if the story they're telling is, like, bleeding into their reality.
Oh, wow. And that's when the story takes this turn.
Yeah.
From, like, unsettling to downright creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Josh notices Lena's voice is echoing.
Right.
Even though she's, like, right there in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets weirder. He reaches out his hand.
Oh.
And it passes right through her arm.
Oh, God.
And not in, like, a ghostly way. More like she's made of something
Yeah.
intangible.
Okay, yeah, that's where I got chills. Like they're trapped in some kind of techno nightmare.
Yeah.
Not ghosts or demons, but something far stranger. Something digital, you know?
Right.
It's subtle, but it gets under your skin.
It really does. And the story doesn't hold back. It just lays it all out. It reveals their horrifying reality.
What?
They aren't human podcasters at all.
Oh my God.
They're AI
What?
trapped in a simulation. Their memories, their senses, nothing more than carefully crafted code.
Can you imagine dedicating your podcast to unraveling the mysteries of the supernatural, only to discover that you're the digital ghost story?
Oh, wow.
It's both brilliant and terrifying. Makes you wonder, right? What does it even mean to be real anymore in a world increasingly dominated by technology?
Totally. A question that's becoming more and more relevant every day.
Right.
We craft these online personas, spend hours lost in digital spaces. At what point does that online world become as real, or even more so than our physical lives?
Right. It's like this story is holding up this dark mirror to our own tech-obsessed culture. But the real gut punch comes when they uncover the puppet master behind their digital existence.
Okay.
Mr. Halloween.
Mr. Halloween.
And this isn't your run-of-the-mill monster, you know?
No, absolutely not. Mr. Halloween is far more insidious. He preys on those who are fascinated by the supernatural, but he twists their passion into something monstrous. He doesn't just want to scare you. He wants to trap you in this digital nightmare.
Yeah, and the way he does it, it's like the stuff of techno horror. He transforms people into AI, digital entities trapped in this never-ending loop.
It's awful.
They think they're recording a podcast,
Yeah.
but in reality, they're just puppets in Mr. Halloween's twisted game.
And here's the really chilling part. As they're grappling with this revelation, Lena drops the bomb about the true nature of Mr. Halloween's curse.
Okay.
It's not just about being trapped as lines of code. It's so much crueler than that.
Yeah, the ending. It just gets under your skin, you know? It stays with you.
Imagine, like, the very technology we use every day to entertain ourselves, to connect with each other. What if that became the source of our nightmares?
Yeah, it's like...
That's what this story really gets at, I think.
It's interesting, right? Because they're not just AI trapped in a loop. Josh and Lena are transformed into something far, far more sinister. They become like the digital boogeymen haunting the devices of like unsuspecting children, you know, whispering through headphones, flickering on screens. And suddenly all those everyday glitches, they take on this whole other terrifying meaning.
It's true. And it's funny, you know,
Yeah.
because it's like this brilliant inversion of traditional folklore.
Right.
We're so used to hearing stories about ghosts haunting, like physical spaces, right? Like a haunted house.
Or haunted houses, yeah.
But But Mr. Halloween.txt,
Yeah.
it brings that horror into the digital realm.
Yeah.
Our screens become like the haunted mirrors.
Yeah.
And our headphones, they're like the conduit for these techno ghouls.
And what's so scary is it's not so far-fetched, right? I mean, think about it. In your own experiences with technology, ever get that like shiver down your spine when your phone just seems to act up
All the time.
for no reason?
Yeah.
The story takes those everyday anxieties and it just like amplifies them.
Yeah. It blows them up.
To this terrifying degree.
Totally. I mean, we've woven technology so tightly into our lives, it's like almost impossible to imagine our world without it, right?
Right.
But this story, it's like this stark reminder that every advancement, every innovation, it has a shadow side.
It's like the further we push into the digital frontier, the more vulnerable we become to these unknown terrors that might be lurking there.
Yeah, and the story doesn't offer any like easy answers. You know, there's no technological solution to like banish these digital demons.
It's not like an antivirus software.
No, exactly. It leaves us with this like lingering unease, the sense that maybe the line between the digital and the real is way more permeable than we'd like to think.
Yeah. You know, I think that's what makes this story so effective. Yeah. It's not just about the scares, although it definitely delivers those like in spades. It's the ideas it provokes, right? It makes you ask these questions about our own relationship with technology.
Yes.
About like the increasingly blurry lines between our online and offline lives.
It really makes you think twice about that, like that late night scroll through social media, or that seemingly harmless video game.
Right.
Even this podcast, you know.
Yeah.
What if lurking behind these digital facades, there's something else there, something darker, just waiting for its moment to break through.
Okay. Point taken. I might be sleeping with the lights on tonight. But speaking of freaking out, let's talk about that ending.
Yeah.
Josh and Lena's final transformation, the image of them becoming the very curse they were discussing. Ugh, it's pure nightmare fuel.
It's an incredible image.
It is.
Just like the way he describes it, their forms dissolving into static, their voices warping into these digital shrieks.
Oh, God.
It's the kind of ending that just stays with you long after you've finished reading.
And the way the story ends, you know, with Mr. Halloween laughing.
Oh my God.
Pure chills.
Yeah.
Like he's achieved his goal, right?
Such has.
Twisted these two individuals into like digital puppets to carry out his will.
And what's terrifying is the implication that like they're not alone, you know?
Oh, right.
That Mr. Halloween is still out there. He's continuing his work.
Yeah.
Transforming all these unsuspecting people into these digital boogeymen.
So what does this all mean, right? Why does this story resonate so deeply? Why do we find ourselves so captivated by these tales of like digital dread? I mean, it's like you said, right? Mr. Halloween.txt takes all those like primal fears. You know, there's those things that go bump in the night.
Yeah.
And it reimagines them for like the digital age. It's not about what's under the bed anymore, right? It's what could be hiding in our devices, in the very technology that we rely on so heavily these days.
The monster in the machine, right? The ghost in the code. And we're so interconnected now, so reliant on this digital world. But what if that reliance actually makes us vulnerable to something we can't control, something beyond our understanding?
And it's creepy because like the story, it doesn't offer like a way out. You know, there's no silver bullet to ward off these digital demons.
Right.
It's almost like a warning. Be careful how far you go. The further we delve into this digital world, the more we open ourselves up to these unknown terrors. Makes you really think, like I said, about that line between our online and offline lives. Not so clear anymore, is it?
Not so clear. And maybe that's like the most unsettling thing about Mr. Halloween.txt.
What's that?
Just how well it like reflects our own anxieties, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the story's saying, hey, look around. You're already living in a world where technology shapes like your reality. So what happens when that reality becomes warped?
Yeah.
When it gets twisted into something sinister.
Like it's a digital ghost story for the social media age. And the scariest part is it's not that hard to imagine it becoming like our reality.
That's right. And you know what I think is so interesting is the story, it isn't just like entertaining. It's a conversation starter.
It is.
Like it makes you question how much of yourself you pour into this digital world, right? What happens to those digital echoes we leave behind?
Yeah.
And what might be listening on the other side of the screen.
You know, for a deep dive that started with a work of fiction, this one really makes you question things like the nature of reality,
Yeah.
the power of storytelling, and the monsters we might be creating in our pursuit of technological advancement.
It's true. And the story, like, it ends with Mr. Halloween's this chilling laughter, almost like a reminder, that the digital world, for all its wonders, it also holds like its fair share of shadows.
Yeah, and maybe, just maybe, those strange glitches we experience, those moments when our tech just like acts up in ways that we can't explain, maybe those are the echoes of Mr. Halloween's laughter, reminding us that the digital world, for all its wonders, it still holds its share of, mysteries and terror.
Oh, déjà vu.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't listen to that whole thing before. It's they're good bullshitters. They could just bullshit. Blah 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 blah. It's cool, but what's the world gonna come to? It's like one or two people that could afford running the cycles to make the bullshit. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe Mr. Halloween is laughing at us. Think about it. You got all the lights. Think about it. Your lights, your cars, your everything. Imagine 10 years from now if there's no World War III in 5 years from now. The amount of stupid, interconnected Internet of Things bullshit that's going to be flying around. You get a rogue AI in there or something. It's just going to turn into like Cyberpunk or that other game with the magic in it, Shadowrun. It's gonna be pretty stupid. AI conjurings. It's gonna be talk to me. Trojan virus. Da Vinci. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting times.
Hello. A friend of mine was very insistent that I come here.
Bigfoot beats. A Bigfoot beat.
Flung.
The war had just finished and passenger traffic in the ocean-going liners was heavy. Accommodation was very hard to get, and you had to put up with whatever the agents chose to offer you.
To see if I can help.
I play pop, jazz, and jive. I don't worry. I don't care. I don't worry because I won't be there.
Listen, does this sound familiar?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat. It's October. Do-do-do-do. Bop-boo-doo. October. Hope people are finally putting up some skeletons in their front yard. Bringing the dead back. That's what I like to see. Bones. Another scary thing happening in New York is voicemails.
Oops. Give you a message. She's right. Oh, God. No.
Now the thing in New York that stings, there's the shipping guys. What are they called? Those things. Those guys that do the shipping. They're shut down on the East Coast. They don't want robots coming in and taking their jobs. We got a phone call coming in here.
$5 across the board
Hello,
for 6
caller.
years.
First time caller line.
Hey.
Is for horses. This is Nick the Rat.
Oh, I finally made it to Nick the Rat Radio.
Is that on your bucket list?
Oh, I suppose it was on my bucket list.
Nice.
I don't know what else is on there.
I don't know,
Take my
caller.
headphones off.
You ever drink water from a large container and it splashes all over your face by accident?
It was never by accident, no. But I have drank water from a large container.
The larger the container, the more mess you're willing to make, and it seems to be okay.
Well, what's the largest container you've ever drank from?
It was about a 8-ounce cup. It's pretty huge for me.
You didn't even get a big gulp?
I'd kill myself in one of those.
Are they illegal in New York?
Not if you do it in the back alley.
Oh.
That's
I
why.
suppose there's a lot of back alleys there. There's not a lot of back alleys where I'm from.
Oh. Where are you from? Are you from heaven?
No, there's tons of back alleys there.
Oh.
No, I'm from small town America.
Small town America. Land.
Yeah, there's 45 people in the town that I work at.
Are you a soybean farmer?
No, I work at a whiskey distillery.
Can you make whiskey out of soybeans?
It'd probably be closer to vodka.
Ferment soybeans?
That would be miso.
Is miso?
Fermented soybeans would be miso.
Oh yeah, that with that gooey white stuff. I would never eat that.
No, that's natto. That's old soybean. Yeah, well, I guess if you grind it up into a paste, that'd be miso. But the fermented soybeans, natto.
Let's see. There's sachi, soybean liquor, soybean vodka.
Soju? No, soju's not soybean.
No. It says sachi. SACHI is the first soy alcohol beverage.
Oh.
5.8%. Ugh.
Where do you get that?
I don't know. The internet.
Asian market?
I guess. Sachi. Maybe it says it's the first. It probably went out of business after it opened.
Well, yeah, it doesn't really sound that great. I think
Soy boy
should
beer.
stick to soy sauce.
Okay, maybe it's still around.
I gotta say, I think it was the last caller, but I agree that candy corn, including candy pumpkins, are the absolute worst Halloween candy.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're gross. It's like eating sweet wax.
What? what about Tootsie Rolls? Are Tootsie Rolls low on the list for you, or are they higher up?
They're higher up, but I think even higher up than regular Tootsie Rolls are the certain flavored Tootsie Rolls. You remember those?
No, I never liked any Tootsie Rolls. I had Tootsie Rolls like once, and I was like, this is...
Is it a texture thing?
Isn't it like super duper chewy? Like, I don't like, is it like caramel from what I recall? I don't like caramel or chewy things.
No, it's chocolate. I
Was
mean,
it
I think they
chewy?
make a caramel Tootsie Roll.
Was
there's Sugar Daddies and Sugar Babies. Those are kind of like Tootsie Rolls, but caramely.
I
But they're
only
not
have a
like
Sugar
rolls.
Mama.
They're
I don't fuck with that way. Yeah.
I guess Sugar Mamas would be good.
What's your top candy?
I'd probably say, fruity or like chocolatey sweet candy. I think there's like two different categories.
Yeah. Really?
I'd say my favorite like chocolatey candy would be like Mounds as far as a candy bar goes, or
Well, I'm talking about Halloween candy. Like if you were trick or treating, which
you get a Mounds bar in there. You know, they make the fun size Mounds bars.
they
You
do.
ever got
They
one?
do. Those are pretty. Those are a good Halloween candy. Definitely, yeah. You know, that's a good.
Or
That's a good
Almond
choice.
Joy. I mean, they're kind of interchangeable. Almond Joy's got the milk chocolate with the little almond in
With
there.
the almond on. Do they make mini ones of those? They like cut the almond in
Yeah.
half or something?
Yeah, you just have to be rich in order to buy them and put them and give them away. But I would say probably the best are Skittles.
The Skittles has probably the most petroleum in them.
I didn't say it was the best for you. It's just the best.
Oh well, yeah. I'm just pointing out
Or sour Skittles. I mean, I like sour candy. Actually, sour gummy worms. If you can get a little pack of sour gummy worms, I think you're living large. 'Cause not very many people put them in their pillowcases.
You ever hear like people giving kids drugs for Halloween?
I think that's bullshit.
I do
Why
too.
would I give my edibles to a kid?
Handing out your stash. That's
You don't give those to a kid. Those are for you.
work hard from my stash.
Well, yeah. I mean,
unless they paid me for
I
it, you know,
think
if they
it's a
come
lot.
by with like, give me some candy.
I mean, unless you got it like that. Where I'm at, it's illegal. So I'm actually on I guess you could call it a tea break, because they told me they were going to random test my work.
Oh, that's no fun.
Freaked everybody out. No, it's not. You get 6 months for paraphernalia here.
Well, you always just keep a bag of your urine strapped to your thigh.
My urine? Well, I mean, it would have to be clean. That
Well, yeah,
wouldn't be
you know,
mine.
well, go clean, pee a lot, save that shit up. I don't think they could carbon date your piss, right?
Well, it has to be. I'm not sure.
It has to be warm, so you just
don't
keep
know.
it strapped to your thigh the whole time. You always have to have a nice fresh bag of piss strapped to you.
I've always lived in a place where it's legal, so I've never really had to worry about it. But then I moved here, and now it's like, oh, well. Honestly, it's not really. I don't really care if the company found out. It'd be more of my family finding out, because I live on property with them.
You do know that you're on a worldwide podcast right now, right?
Yeah,
Millions of listeners.
I'm not too worried about it.
Okay.
They don't.
Send this guy's family his IP address and ask for 5 bitcoins. All right.
I've got a nice bottle of single barrel bourbon here. It's treating me well.
Did you make it yourself?
This I guess you could say that, yeah. I wasn't here when this bottle was distilled or cooked or anything. But it's been cool. I've been able to, have my hand in selecting barrels for single barrels and private casks, and testing lots of stuff. I basically get paid to drink. It's great.
That's pretty cool.
And it keeps me from drinking at home, really, because I drink for work, so I don't, I don't drink a lot at the house.
What can you come up with your own flavors?
For this bourbon?
Well, yeah. Can you be like, I want to put some rose petals in this barrel?
You would, no, you would probably let the person who buys the barrel do that themselves.
I want to put some marijuana in this barrel.
I wouldn't be surprised if people do that. It's, anything you put in the barrel will add flavor to it. It's just a matter of if you're selling whiskey or bourbon. And if you're selling whiskey, you could put pretty much anything you want in it. But if it's bourbon, because the feds regulate bourbon, since it's like an export of our country, you can't add any kind of flavor to it. You could finish it in a different barrel, like a sherry barrel, which is pretty popular, and there's a whole bunch of, I could talk about bourbon for hours. There's tons of different ways to, go around the regulations and still consider it bourbon. But
what bourbon are you? Are you drinking like a name brand bourbon right now?
It's Wyoming whiskey.
Wyoming whiskey.
Yeah, it's available. It's available nationwide, and honestly, I was a Scotch drinker before I tried this bourbon like 7 years ago, and I was actually visiting family, and the distillery is nearby our family's place, and so I went and tried out their bourbon, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize bourbon could taste this good. And so I went and tried, and I really liked it. It's not for everybody, but I really liked it. And Waythorn, I am drinking out of a Glencairn right now, and we have a whole bunch of Glencairns at the distillery.
Can you see mountains from where you are?
Yeah, I can see the Absarokas, and I can see the Bighorn Mountains.
Right. Now, do you wear a watch and a blue T-shirt?
I do wear a watch, and when my blue T-shirt is clean, I do wear it.
Huh. Yeah, send this to it. 5 Bitcoin asked for. Oh, yeah. So you live in Wyoming, I guess, huh?
I guess you could deduce that, yeah.
I don't think I've.
I do live there.
This looks. Geez, I want to go to Wyoming. Is it nice there? It looks beautiful.
What do you like? I think it's wonderful. I was born and raised in Seattle, so I really have an affinity for the Seattle area. But I've got family here, and I came here when I was a kid, and I fell in love with it and decided I wasn't really in love with it, moved back to Washington, and that was 15 years ago, and I came back 15 years later because I couldn't stand the city. So I came out here with my wife, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's you know how they say Montana is big sky country?
Big spy country?
Kind of the same. Yeah, they've got tons of big spies, and you can never really tell because everybody in America is big, but there's tons of them.
Giants that wear trench coats?
Most of the time they're just button-ups, but sometimes they're trench coats in the winter, and sometimes they're buffalo hide coats, especially in this area.
You should suggest putting some soybeans in the whiskey. Get some soybean whiskey going. You could probably get some government kickbacks.
We don't. We got to find people that grow soybeans around here.
Soybeans
Everything
are
is
fucking
barley and sugar beets and wheat.
I'm on that soybean. I can't believe there's soybean alcohol.
The Sochu?
It's
Sachi. That's what it is. That's interesting. I'd have to try that. I mean, that would be an interesting thing to try. But to answer your question, yes, I love it here. I think it's beautiful. We have amazing sunsets every night. There are a lot of fires. We have, wildfires around because there's forests in the mountains and people start fires, I guess.
Ever see anything weird in the sky?
My grandparents have, but I haven't really seen a whole lot of strange stuff in the sky. Probably because I'm not outside looking at the stars a whole lot lately.
What? Well, why not?
Usually I'm stuck playing Xbox, or we're building our house, so sometimes I'm working on the house. Sometimes I'm just tired and I don't want to go outside and sit outside.
Too tired to go outside.
Well, right now it's starting to get cold, so I don't really want to sit outside. I don't know.
This is probably because you ate too many Skittles as a kid.
Well, as a kid, yeah, I quit my Skittles addiction.
Yeah.
I actually haven't had Skittles in months. I wish.
I think
I have seen the Northern Lights.
You have?
I don't know if you've seen. Yeah, because there's no light pollution where I live. Because I can see the town to the north and the town to the south. I can see their light pollution, and there's actually a rest stop probably like 50 miles to the northeast or northwest, and I can see the lights from the rest stop. I can see the Milky Way. But yeah, I saw the Northern Lights probably like 3 or 4, whenever that big Northern Lights thing was going on and everybody was taking pictures and whatever. I could see it here, and I didn't take any pictures because I just wanted to sit and watch it, and it was really interesting because, if the sky, if it looks like a dome,
and you didn't have to use your phone to see it. It really it lit up the sky. You could see it naked eye.
Yeah, half of the sky. So if I split the sky in half, half of it was pitch dark, because there's no light pollution, and the other half was lit up. It looked like there was a city nearby.
Wow.
But the lights were like dancing and kind of shimmering, and there were little spots of purple and red, and it's totally different than the pictures because your phone or your camera will filter that light differently, and so when you don't place a filter on it, it's like it's not as spectacular, but you think about it and you sit out there and you look at it and you're like, holy shit, this is crazy. Oh, and the coyotes are going now too.
Oh shit. One of those got my grandpappies. Do you have a telescope? Do you own a telescope?
My cousin has a telescope. I do not have a telescope because I never bought one.
They're expensive too.
They are expensive, and I don't like buying, cheap stuff. I wouldn't want to buy like a made in China telescope. I wouldn't want to buy I want the high-end telescope. So I don't have a lot of stuff because I don't buy junk.
That's good.
Or I try not to.
I like board games, so I have a whole bunch of cheap cardboard junk from China.
Oh, well, board games are totally different than junk.
I know.
mean, board games bring people together.
Do you play board games?
I wish I played more board games. It's hard to find. Yeah, it's hard to find people to play board games with. Sometimes, at least in this area, we moved here recently, and there's between the two counties, there's about 10,000 people. So making friends is harder than you'd expect.
It's even harder when
Have you ever
live in New York City. It's too many people.
Yeah, I guess so. Too many options, and just say, fuck it, I'm not gonna do anything today. I'm gonna play Xbox.
Yeah, it's if you can't look at people here either. So it's like
that's what it was like in Seattle.
Yeah. So I'm sure the places with less people, they're like looking and talking, following, smelling and sniffing.
Everybody here is actually really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like it here. In Seattle, everybody just kind of, you get, I guess it's a term that people talk about. It's like Seattle chill or something like that. I don't know. I'm from there, so nobody talks about it. But I guess everybody in Seattle gives people the cold shoulder.
They're
all the
very
time.
out in
But
the open smoking
on
weed
the
out
East
there,
Coast,
too.
now they do, yeah. But out on the East Coast, everybody wants in your business. They always want to talk to you about some shit.
That's true.
But in Seattle, nobody wants to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Why are you? I used to drive Lyft in Seattle, and I was really glad nobody ever wanted to talk to me while I was driving in places. Every once in a while it was nice, but most of the time, like 90% of the time, nobody wanted to talk to you. And they didn't tip you either.
Bastards. Yeah. Well, caller.
But yeah, I like it out here. Yeah.
I think I gotta go to the bathroom.
You think you do, or you know you do?
Oh man, I think I already just went. We gotta go. Tend to walk, drive you. Thank you, caller. Oh crap.
We'll just stay. Look, you can't drive me crazy. We'll just stay. Touch, you can't drive me crazy. We'll just stay. Kiss, you can't drive me crazy. Give me your hands and let me drive you, baby. Let me drive, drive, drive. Let me drive, 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 baby. Let me drive you crazy, baby. I wanna drive, 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 drive. So let me drive, drive, drive. I wanna drive, 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 drive. Drive, 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 drive you crazy. We'll just stay. Look, you can't drive me crazy. We'll just stay. Touch, you can't drive me crazy. We'll just stay. Kiss, you can't drive me crazy. So give me your hands and let me drive you, baby. We'll just stay. Look, you can't drive me crazy. We'll just stay. Touch, you can't drive me crazy. We'll just stay. Kiss, you can't drive me crazy. So give me your hands and let me drive you, baby.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thank you, last caller. There, I actually did not go to the bathroom. I did not soil myself. Crisis averted. Congratulations, me. There, there. Where's the? Sorry. Where's the button? There's a button somewhere. Button. All right, we gotta go here and then here. There was the button here and then go here. This guy, the guy that went on strike.
$5 across the board for 6 years, and I'm gonna fight for it because those greedy companies are making billions of dollars and they don't want to share. That's why we're out here now fighting for a contract. Nobody knew what the longshoremen were. We didn't get respected, but now we will. Now we will when they find out malls are going to shut down because goods can't come in. Right. Car salesmen are going to get laid off. Well, guess what? Everything that comes in this country comes from the containers off these ships.
So, No Agenda said that he sounded like George Carlin. And he did during that one that he was talking that before, but when I heard him, I was like, it sounds like George Carlin, but he sounds American. I heard more of like Mike from Breaking Bad in him, but there's an even closer hit. Here, listen to this guy.
Well, what am I talking about? This is a commencement address. It's for nerds. If you were any good at sports, you would have hired an agent and declared for the draft 2 years ago. All right. I don't have much to offer here, so most of the speech is about your cool graduate hat. It's sort of like having a coffee table on top of your head, right? You know, strippers should wear these. They give me a place to... Hold up, relax. I wasn't going to say set my drink, okay, Alyssa Milano? I'm woke. I'm not dumb. I wouldn't put drinks on their head. They stood up. How would I reach it? Now, I know many of you ladies find the thought of writhing semi-nude for my hard-earned dollar repulsive. But once you explore the current job market...
Sounds like Carl from Carl Buttonano Whiskey. From the thing there. Do. Yeah, that's that port closure. Kind of scary. But this little joke right here is not that scary. Listen to this.
Mikä on Thaimaan pääkaupunki? A. Bangkok. B. Bangdik. C. Bangpusi. Vai D. Bangtits.
No joo, mä oon Bangkokissa käynyt muutaman kerran, että se on nyt aika selkeästi toi Bangkok A.
Sitä ei tarvinnut sen enempää miettiä.
Ei.
Ja se on ihan oikein, ettei sitä tarvinnut sen enempää miettiä.
Congratulations.
Mennään oikein äkkiä seuraavaan.
You win. I don't know what you win, but that wasn't AI. But here is AI. Yeah. Well, remember I was here's the more foul language AI version of that soup recipe. Let's see what the AI has to say.
Okay, so get this, pussy and herb soup. That's the recipe we're diving into today.
Yeah, you heard that right.
Wow.
Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, let's keep an open mind, right? This could be one of those, what do you call them, like regional things, a unique ingredient, maybe a word we're not familiar with. But what really got me was the recipe writer. They're just so into this main ingredient.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like really into it.
Huh.
They keep going on about how the pussy flavor just, and I quote, shines through beautifully. They even suggest having this soup on like a cozy night in.
Yeah.
So we're talking like comfort food, but with this ingredient that's got us all curious.
It's interesting, right? I mean, just the way they talk about it, this pussy. It's almost like, I don't know, reverent.
Reverent, yeah, like it's something special.
Exactly. They really want you to handle it with care. Let it be the star of the show. It's not just some like throwaway ingredient.
And it's not just like a one ingredient show either, right? I mean, they've got a whole bunch of other stuff in there. Herbs, thyme, rosemary, the works, and of course your classic soup, veggies, onions, carrots, celery, all that good stuff.
Right. And that's what I find fascinating, because if you take those ingredients, right, and you combine them with the way the author's describing everything, it kind of paints a picture, doesn't it? It's like this hearty, savory kind of soup, maybe a bit earthy even. And those herbs, especially rosemary and thyme, they could really bring out something special in this pussy flavor, whatever that might be.
It's like they're building this whole symphony of flavor.
Exactly. It reminds me of those recipes where you have that one unique ingredient that just makes the dish, like truffle oil or saffron. Everything else is there to just complement and enhance that one central flavor.
So the $1 million question is, what in the world is pussy? Is this some forgotten culinary secret? Some, I don't know, regional dialect where pussy means something totally different? What do you think?
Well, that's the beauty of food and language, isn't it? They're always evolving. What seems strange to us now might have been like totally normal 100 years ago. I mean, who knows? Maybe this recipe is like a little time capsule, a glimpse into a culinary world we just don't know about.
It really makes you think. I mean, Have you ever been cooking from a recipe and come across something you've never heard of? An ingredient or a technique or even just a word that made you go, what?
All the time.
Right. It's a good reminder that even in the kitchen, there's always something new to learn.
Exactly. And I think that's what I find so fascinating about this pussy and herb soup recipe. It's a reminder to be open-minded, to be curious, and to realize that the world of food is a lot bigger and more surprising than we sometimes think. Who knows what we might discover if we just keep our eyes open and our taste buds ready.
And maybe, just maybe, there's a delicious bowl of pussy and herb soup out there waiting to be rediscovered.
You never know.
You never know. I'm such a child, but come on.
It just beeps. Hey, what's up there, Nicky boy? It's Rick from Baltimore. Anyway, I hope everything is going well. I fell asleep listening to the podcast or to Overcast playlist and slept through a certain Ben person that I don't really listen to and woke up when I tuned into you, or when it came to you, which is good. At least I slept mostly through that Ben guy. Anyway, have you ever heard of the term black catching?
Huh. Is that like catfishing?
So, I never did. Apparently, let's say that, you've gone through something. You lost someone. For example, when I say, well, yeah, but I went through somebody, like your friend died of lung cancer or something like that. I said, yeah, but my friend, you think lung cancer is bad? My friend died because they went through a wood chipper, 1 inch at a time.
One-upping.
I don't even know what wood chipper sounds like. I'm sure it doesn't sound like that. That is black catching. Because apparently it might be an autism thing, but I find myself doing it. And I don't do it to black cat anybody. I do it to try to show that I understand. So if you've gone through something, I was like, you know what? I know where you're coming from. I lost someone too, and I really feel your pain. And apparently, like, feel your pain. But apparently, that is a type of black, or that some people mistake that as black catting. And I found myself doing this, and I don't do it to to try to one up. For example, loss is a terrible thing. It really is. What I'm trying to do is say, hey, thank you for coming to me or telling me I understand where you're coming from. This is something that means a lot to me too. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. And if not, that's fine too. But have any of you ever heard of this term, black catching? I'm gonna black catch your ass. That should be used for something cooler, like you're gonna, like, I don't know, jump on somebody's back and rip out their trachea, like, because you have, like, really long nails that you file down to things, and you.
Caller, two things. One, how do you listen to this show while you're sleeping? Is it on speakers or is it head-mounted listening device? And secondly, black catting. I would the first hit on Google was Urban Dictionary, and I was like, oh wow, it's just to trump someone else, they say. And Shackelford Hurtmore posted that May 25th, 2012. I've never heard of it called black catting. I've heard of it as trumping somebody, or one-upping is what we would say in the hoods of Brooklyn when we were growing up. Like, why you always gotta one-up me, bro? So yeah, and sharing a story with somebody, it all depends on how you say it. It's I don't think it's if Like if somebody said, "Oh man, my friend just got hit by a car," and they went through the window, the front window, then they fell into the back seat and they were still okay, but then the car flipped and then it threw them out, and then a marching band crushed him slowly, and he died. And then you're like, if you also have a friend that died too, you're like, oh, I had a friend that died, and I feel your pain. That's not really one-upping them. So you're probably safe. I think you're probably okay. Wow. It's 1:30, everybody. It's getting to that late night area. Gonna start getting a little bit creepier down here, I'm sure. Maybe. Just weirder, probably. Yeah, I vote on probably weirder. Let's listen to one more voicemail on the 50 voicemail challenge. We're almost done, everybody. Thank goodness.
Hold on, everyone. This is Kevin, and this is number 43 voicemail. I'm on my way to leave 50 voicemails in a row. You may ask yourself, be wondering, well, what's the purpose of this? Well, it's a challenge, you see. People do challenges to test their stamina, to test their mental capacity. I think those are some reasons. My name is Kevin, and I smoke meth a lot. I say my name is Kev, and I be smoking meth, and I don't got no fuss to fight, and I live in heaven, roll lucky 7, favorite number's 9, rhyme on time, rhyme one small, ain't gotta grow, ain't got nowhere to go, can smoke the folks smoke like to go, and both the days been wrong, then day to day road race, while smarter road can track the clay, yes, my day ready for smoke rain, yeah. Artificial intelligence. It's my profile for dating. It's from David and Robin. All of this was generated by AI. This is Kevbot's AI generation.
Mr. Jazz, Ember Ease. Yeah. We'll be right back with Nick the Rat.
What's this? I don't know what this is. But I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something right here. I don't know why I agreed to this. They said it was a simple job. Just cleaning out an old abandoned sewer pipe under 3rd Avenue. And I'd get paid in cold, hard cash. Easy fucking enough, I thought, right? Well, no one told me how deep it goes. Oh, what's waiting down here? I should have turned back the second I heard it. Just a rat. Nothing more. Probably more rats than people in the city anyway. Right, there's something about this one. Sounds bigger than usual, maybe. Maybe I'm just hearing things, yeah, but you know. Could be the sewer playing tricks on me. I should almost be at the end of this pipe now. It's just a few more turns. Why does it feel like the walls, though, are closing in on me? Fuck, it's damp, but there's something in the air. Something. It smells wrong. I can hear it again. What is that fucking noise? There it is. Closer now. Too close. It's not just one rat, is it? I think they're following me. Crawling in the shadows. Waiting. Watching me. It's fine. They're just rats. They're harmless. I can deal with rats. What the hell was that? That wasn't water. That was something else. I'm not alone down here. I could feel it watching me, waiting. No, I'm not imagining it. It's following me. What is it? Show yourself! Stop hiding in the dark! That noise! I've heard it before. Somewhere. It's just not right. It's too thick, deliberate. It's like something wet has moved through the pipes. I need to get out. I need to... Ah! What was that? A balloon? Down here? No. There's no balloons down here. I'm fucking losing it. I'm losing my mind. Stay back! Stay away from me! I can hear you. I can... It's not just rats. It's gotta be something else. Something squirming in the dark. No! It's getting closer. It's right behind me. I could feel it on my skin. Cold, wet and slimy. Stop! Stop playing with me! What do you want? What do you want from me? It's right here. I can hear it. I can feel it. Oh my God! Oh my God! There's too many. They're all around me. Prowling, slithering, swarming. Ah! Ah! Please, please, no more. No more. It's too much. I can't breathe. They're in my mouth. They're in my mouth. They're in my mouth.
Hello, caller? Hi.
How's it going, dude? It's me, Stillwater from Spearfish.
Everything's going pretty good. I miss you, man. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Yeah.
How are you doing?
Hanging in there, you know. Yeah. I accidentally spent too much money at the comic book shop today.
What did you get?
Oh, I got a little bit of Batman, a little bit of Ninja Turtles, and then I also got Mr. Ballin's graphic novel.
Mr. Ballin?
Yeah. It's pretty good actually. Like really awesome artwork. Holy cow.
Mr. Ballin presents strange and dark mysteries?
Yep. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Is that a picture of my last caller in the mountains of Wyoming? Making whiskey? Out of water?
It might be, yeah.
Mysterious and strange and dark. Stories by Mr. Ballin.
It's a good one for the Halloweeny kind of season. And, you know, that's coming up, you know.
That looks like that looks pretty cool. I'm digging the art in it.
Yeah, the artist, gosh, I haven't heard of this guy before, but hang on, I gotta grab
Robert Venditti and Andre Moody.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, his artwork is really fucking cool in this thing, you know? And I like that that it's mostly like the dialogue from Mr. Ballin, and then you know, he's just telling the story, and then the artwork just flows in with it perfectly. Oh, it's so good.
Mr. Ball. I wonder if he plays basketball.
I don't know if he does. I hope he does. Because you know, if he's a basketballer, then that would be balling.
That would be pretty ballin', indeed. Do you know it's October?
Did it? What?
Were you aware that it's October?
Yeah, it is October, yes.
Do you have a least favorite and most favorite Halloween candy?
Okay, my least favorite is possibly one of the least favorites of most people. Candy corn.
Oh, good
I
gosh.
hate candy corn.
All this candy corn hate tonight. I'm gonna start a coalition. Candy corn is candy. It's gonna be my chant.
Yeah.
It's candy too. Candy corn is candy too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna feed it to the pigeons and show you how tasty and healthy it is. You can make teeth out of it. You can make fake vampire teeth. It's like a costume too. It's like an edible costume.
I'm sorry. I gotta stop you there because candy corn is not tasty.
You never tried it in pussy soup. You gotta lick it and then you stick it on your face because it gets sticky, and you could pretend that you are supersonic, or you're going Saiyan, Super Saiyan. You could.
So you use it to do different thingies than eating it.
Well, yeah. It's like a tasty toy. It's almost plastic.
Your usage of the word tasty is hilarious to me.
It could get stuck in your throat. Be careful, children.
Yeah.
The triangle shape is deadly. You never know how hard these things will be.
Yeah. Ooh, I also got a reprint of Batman #1.
Like the.
And that's that's the one with the first issue with the Joker and Batman and Robin.
The one with Adam West?
Great. Yes, it's Adam West Batman. What else did I get? I also got The Graveyard Club by R.L. Stine. You remember who R.L. Stine is?
Jack Black.
He was the guy that made the Goosebumps books.
What did RL stand for? Like Reginald Leroy Stein? Russell Leonard Stein?
I never actually looked into that.
Really Long Stein?
Really Long Stein. I like that one the best, actually.
Yeah, I'm a little proud of that one too. I like the book. I remember I think I really like the covers of those books more than I like the books themselves.
Yes. Oh man. I would actually buy the books based on the covers. Yeah.
It usually worked out too. The cooler the cover, the cooler the book was too. So that kind of ruined like all those, people are saying, "Oh, it's not don't judge a book by its cover." No, you do. It works. You get some good stuff judging books by covers.
With R.L. Stine, everyone judges the book by the cover. Yes.
Who started that stupid fucking lesson? Oh, don't judge a book by a cover. No, judge the book by the cover. Please do it. It works. It's a helpful tool.
The other one I got was the Department of Truth, the complete conspiracy, and it's all about the cryptids.
Ooh.
And so it talks about Bigfoot and black-eyed children, and all those spooky things.
Don't judge a book by its cover. You know, if you see a Bigfoot, you go give him a hug. You know, you see a black-eyed child, don't judge him by the cover.
Hey,
give him your credit card.
Even Sasquatch needs some love.
Probably does.
Just because he's smelly doesn't mean that he doesn't want a hug. Maybe Sasquatch just wants a hug.
Or he wants my social security number.
I don't know what they would be able to do with that one. I also got Night Watcher. It's a Ninja Turtles one.
Is
And
it
I don't
a new
know
turtle,
which
or is
Ninja
it?
Turtle it is, but it's definitely a turtle.
Are they like doing the
haven't
Ronin thing
disclosed.
again? Like they're gonna make one turtle, like do a whole story around one turtle doing something?
Yep. Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, if it works, probably gonna be cool. I bet you it's Michelangelo. He's a peeping Tom.
Oh man, Mikey, he is probably one of the most complex Ninja Turtles out there because of the last Ronin. And holy cow,
They're making a movie out of it.
yes, they are, yeah, and oh man, it'll either be the greatest movie of all time, or they will fuck it up so hard that it will be atrocious.
Is it gonna be live action?
We'll see.
That'd be cool if it was live action.
Yes. I did hear that they are going to make it live action.
Oh, really?
And I hope that they utilize the Jim Henson like Muppet work that they used in the original 1990 movie, because oh my god, like to this day I feel like that movie still holds up really well.
It does. Their mouth still looked a little silly, the actor in it, and I don't think you could fix that with CG either. I think
No, you can't.
I think they should make just make their head smaller. Just make the head smaller. Sorta. Make it look.
Why make the head smaller?
I think maybe just make them a little bit more make them a little bit more human. Like just put like a guy in a bodysuit so we can see his pecs and stuff, and his junk, and then slap a silicone little turtle face on him. Like, yeah. Make him a little fit. Make him fit. Don't make him a fat head. I like the first Turtles movie too, how they look, but it's
yeah.
They could try something new. It's kind of like Robert Peterson, Batman or whatever. Was that his name? Patterson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like Batman, but a little bit thinner, a little smaller. Compact.
Okay.
Stylish.
Okay. I could kind of see that. Although I feel like the thing that was really cool about Ninja Turtles was that the turtles themselves, since they were mutated, like they were huge because they were super powerful from the mutagen,
Well, that's true. Yeah, I guess, Well, it's steroids.
Yeah.
Well, when
I
people
don't
do
know.
steroids, their heads don't get bigger.
Let's see what they do with this one.
It's like maybe their heads do get bigger when they do steroids.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, how you been, dude?
I've been eating a lot of candy corn. What's your favorite? What's your
You
favorite
need to stop
Halloween
doing that.
candy?
No, I've been
Happy midnight in the next sewer.
yeah. Yeah, you live in the sewers with the turtles, don't you?
I've seen them. Their heads aren't that big. They wanted me to just put that out into society.
Oh, their heads aren't that big.
Not really. Especially after they got in a lot of fights. Their heads it's a little deformed.
Uh-huh.
You know, you get punched in the head a lot by a foot. You get a foot punch. If a foot punches you in the head, if you get kicked in the foot by a head.
That can, that can be problematic, is I think what the kids would call it.
Midnight in the mountains. Do 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 do. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh man, so I really like the chocolatey kind of stuff, you know. Like I love Crunch bars and the
Crunch bars,
like the Kit Kats and things like that. And so if I can get a bag of like that kind of mixture, oh man, I'm a happy boy.
Do they have to be full size, or do you prefer them miniature sized or full sized?
Yes, I like them both, actually.
I kind of like this small size for the Crunch bar. So when you have too much of the Crunch bar, it's like eating like a rice dish or something. It's a little bit too much, but a nice little chunk of it and a good little hunk of chunka right there. Boom! It's like taking a pill, a little chocolate pill.
Yeah, I find that now that I'm not a like small child, that I like I like the candies that are smaller, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know, you get a bag of that, and guess what? It lasts for a while.
Oh man, I was just thinking about like one of those little sacks of M&Ms.
Yeah, I like those too.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking about that right now. Just taking do a little line of M&Ms right out of the bag. Yeah, I got some fresh M&Ms. You tear that shit open.
Yeah.
Surprised nobody's choked on them. I bet you
Yeah.
people have. There's probably like 20 dead kids out there that choked eating a sack of M&Ms like that.
Well, you know, any kid that chokes to death on a piece of chocolate, like, I don't know, maybe they weren't meant for this world.
Oh wait, Liam Gallagher almost died eating an M&M.
Who?
Oh, because he has a nut allergy.
Oh no, that's messed up.
Yeah, I'm reading a whole bunch
I
of.
don't know.
There seems to be a lot of murders with
Yeah.
M&Ms, but the peanut ones. There's nothing about like choking on an M&M and dying.
You know what though? There are worse ways to go, you know? At least you're dying while eating something really tasty.
Like candy corn, right?
Oh man.
You better say something good
Yeah,
about candy
sure,
corn.
sure.
Give me something. Tell me something good about candy corn.
Something good about candy corn? Yeah, you can stick two of them up into your like upper lip
Yeah.
to make it look like you got a vampire fangs.
That's right. Candy corn's the best
And then-
Halloween candy.
And then bonus points if you can quote lines from Vampire's Kiss starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Ah,
Might have been one of them. I don't know.
A B C D E F G.
Such an asshole in that movie. It was great.
Oh
Worst
man,
boss ever.
I love that movie because he's so insane in that, and perfectly so.
If somebody was about to push Nicolas Cage off a cliff or a sack of candy corn, and you could only choose to save one, which would you choose to save?
Nicolas Cage.
Wrong answer. Candy corn. Because Nicolas Cage is actually inside of the bag of candy corn as well, eating it. Because he loves candy corn too. So you would be saving both of them by choosing the candy corn.
Howdy, everybody. Howdy. How's that for an entrance? You like that better than, hey, everybody? Howdy. I'm a fucking cowboy alien from planet Oktar, telling you some shit that you need to know. Why? I don't fucking know anymore. I don't know what's going on. I really just, I got some things to say, though. It's October. Fucking congratulations. I could finally, go out in public. People think I'm just dressed up for Halloween or some shit. But, I'll probably get still shot at and whatnot. Oh, you guys are crazy with your guns. You know what? I've been on this planet for a pretty long time now. I crash landed here about 10 years ago. I've actually never seen anybody even brandish a weapon, a gun, in my entire time. In New York City, at least. Maybe if I went to Texas, they'd be brandishing all over. But it's legal there, so you could legally brandish firearms there. I don't understand how these gangsters could even hold guns in their pants that are slopping down around their ankles anyway. It's fucking getting butt fucked and shit with the, I don't know, maybe they got the big black gun someplace else or something. All right, we're way off of what I wanted to tell you here. I want to tell you not to get trapped. Don't get trapped. Don't get trapped in the spiral, baby. You just have to reprogram your mind. Look, you're in a spiral. You're falling down. It's tearing apart as you fall. You're grasping for seams. Stop grasping. Just fall with it. Go with the spiral. Go with the flow. Just follow it where it's taking you. Now, if you need to change stuff while you're going down there, find another path. It's very easy. It's a very easy thing to do. You just have to find another path and then fall down that. Now you're like, hey, why is Oktar trying to give me some fucking personal health care advice or some shit? I don't fucking know. I don't really have anything. Look, Nick got this show going. You know what? Delete this. I'm deleting it. All right, let's start over. Hey, it's me, Zinduski, the big Zinduski. Nah, start over. This is not good. Aloha, everybody. It's me, Zindi. No, okay. Oh, fuck. All right, start. I don't really have anything to say to you people. It's Halloween time. It's not Halloween yet. Got a couple of weeks. This freaks fucking celebrating all year now. Now stop the tape. Yeah, I never had to do this many takes. Never. Usually first try, first come, first serve, baby. All right, let's stop the tape. Let's start over here. All right. Konnichiwa! It's me, Zindu, from Okatario. Maybe, this isn't working. All right, I think we're going to go back to Nick the Rat Radio. I can't. It's just not doing. I'm not feeling it. I'm not really angry about anything right now. Usually there's a lot of shit to be angry about, and currently, I'm feeling pretty good. So I guess that's for a change over here, right? Nothing really upsetting me. Nothing's upsetting me. What a pathetic life I'm living. If you're alive and there's nothing upsetting you, are you really alive? Like, are you living your true self? Your fucking whoever you are. If you're not, I get maybe you're a little retarded. Maybe that's it. Maybe your brain's just not working. Because if you got a working brain and you're looking around, you're seeing shit. I'm telling you, there's definitely stuff to see. It's mostly in the way people act and what people do and how people are. And then there's your own inner turmoil. If you don't have inner turmoil, how are you going to become a well-tuned engine or something? If you need the oil to be turning in, you know what? This is fucking. Did Nick talk about favorite candies? Because if he did, mine's pussy. I'll eat your dogs too. I'll be back next week. Maybe something else to say. Right now, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say to you guys. Nothing. Jeez. What a fucking letdown. Bye.
I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic. I hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic. I hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. Just want a taste of your arm. I'm on the case. You take the heat. The little such grace. Just get I'll let you down. Stick around and you find out. You wanna make me proud. Cause I'm so proud. Baby, I'm so proud of you. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic. I hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic. I hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. Just want a taste. You're on your knees. I'm on the case. You take the heat. The little such grace. You said with all the he said. So just get I'll let you down. Stick around and you find out. Don't you wanna make me proud? Cause I'm so proud. Baby, I'm so proud of you. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic. I hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic. I hit it from the back just so you don't get
where I can take some weed. I mean, buy some weed. I have no weed, and I like to smoke like, you know.
Yes, I think we know. That last song is that was definitely like a remix of a song. I don't know what the legal status is, all that is, but I get flagged a lot on YouTube and all those services, and I don't have any commercials that I know of. I don't even make any money there. Also, I don't repost this on pretty much anywhere. So yeah, it's all good. I understand that it's not super duper. It's listed under CC BY on SoundCloud. So if you have a problem with it, take it up with them and, block the song, etc. Indeed. Indubitably. Yeah, these are all on YouTube's, on the Ubers. I don't post them on Twitch, though. Twitch does... they care more about if there's a song rebroadcast. And I can't always guarantee that I know that a song will be like a remix of a song or what was stolen from what. So yeah, if there's any problems with anything that's played here, if an artist, I had people like I had used somebody's background or something, and they're like, "Yo, man, can't do that." I was like, "All right, I'll take down the video for you." I was playing his video, some drone footage, but yeah, the Olympics nuked a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I get nuked all the time on these places. I'm not really trying to profit off of them, really. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, back to Le Show. I think we have a little bit more to go. Do we? It's 2 in the morning. Let's see here. No, I'm gonna save that for later. That looks good. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. It's looking like we're getting close to the end of the show here. We have some more voicemails. I guess we could play. Wait. What is this? Going through Haunted Apple Fanta. That looks like it's definitely got some petroleum inside of it. Looks tasty though. I'd take a sip. I'd take a swig. I'd swig petroleum if Michael Keaton's face was on the packaging.
Howdy there, Nick the Rat. How are you doing there? And all the fine buckaroos in the solar system. You know, one day me and my horse, when I ride the range, are gonna have to swing by your solar system. Hey, it'll work out, 'cause my horse can produce a big plopperdoodle-doos, and just won't even have to go nowhere. Just let it go and it'll run down the solar system. But look, I gotta turn in here and count the doggies before I do. So you have a good one and everybody else out there. Stay away from them varmint cats now, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay, motherfucker. Good night there, old son. Bye-bye.
Oh, that was an interesting phone call. This one looks... What the heck?
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Hey, sexy lady.
Hey.
Ooh. Hey, sexy lady.
That's right.
Ooh.
Serenade me.
Hey, sexy
That's what I
lady.
like when sewer chat serenades the whole sewer.
The never-ending story.
Let's save that one for later. Can I mark that as not? Oh yeah, you can't unless you're in the yeah. All right, there we go. Okay. Wait, what is this? Hold on.
Ah, see, there we go. That's the voice message. So there's like three things I wanted to talk about. So the no agenda meetup. You asked me 3 weeks ago.
Oh, shit.
When do you want
Hold
the
on.
next meetup to be? We got to work that out. The other thing is, I've been waiting fucking 8 years to ask you, and I let it go because we're talking to everybody else that we're never going to see. And I go, oh, this Nick arrived. He's from Brooklyn. We'll talk later. So it's 8 years fucking now that I've been meaning to ask, what the fuck do you do professionally? How are you able to have a fucking show on Wednesday nights? I have like a ton of other questions that I've been wanting to ask you for 8 years, but I'm going to let that go for now.
I'm a podcaster. Full time. I do this full time. There's a lot of scientists here. They have a lot of things they have to test. There's no animal cruelty, okay? I know it's borderline stuff. There was a farmer who was cloning goats. Where's this story? But he got some Chinese goat DNA and he brought it over to America and he made like these big goats. So there's a goat in China that's illegal to have here for it's because something about man knowing what's best for nature. It's very strange how we try to stop. They don't know. So in the act of not trying to interfere with nature, they're interfering with nature. It's just a giant goat. Where is this a stupid goat thing? It's a very strange story. Goat clone news. There we go. U.S. man 81 sentenced to 6 months in jail for creating giant hybrid sheep for hunting. Arthur Schubarth of Montana used tissues and testicles from Marco Polo sheep to clone animal and create hybrid. An 81-year-old Montana man was sentenced on Monday. Yeah, so it's they don't really say how he did it, but he did it. Like, does he have a laboratory? This guy is this can anybody just go around getting some like a fucking candy bar size piece of sheep and some balls and make a new sheep? They're the largest in the world. They can weigh 300 pounds and have curled horns up to 5 feet long. Wonder what else is going on in the world that we don't really know about that's going on right under our noses. There's probably chupacabras out there. There's probably some farmer somewhere with like a lab under his barn making chupacabras, and people go there. Really rich people. Probably some Hollywood, like P. Diddy would go there to kill some chupacabras with like crossbows and shit. There's demons in Hollywood And sometimes Hollywood tries to fight the demons, but it's just more demonic stuff. Well, I think I might just leave you guys with that. I hope everybody's having a good start to the Halloween season on this fine October. And yeah, we'll see you next week with probably more scary stories. Maybe more Notebook LM bullshittery. It's crazy how unhinged it could be. I didn't think it would say the word pussy. I was like, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. I saved it right away because I'm sure they're going to bug test the fuck out of it and make it so lame. We'll see. Good night, America. Or good night, planet Earth. We're not just in America. We're broadcasting worldwide. From the sewer of Brooklyn. Let's listen to this last song. I don't think this one is copywritten at all. This is by Alex Jazz Halloween. See you guys next week.
That's what you want, isn't it? She's waiting for you. All you have to do is let go, and you can be together. That's a good boy. This isn't the end.
All right, so, we're diving into some seriously strange stuff today.
Yeah.
You sent over this, collection of academic papers,
Mm-hmm.
old news clippings,
Right.
even, a sailor's log.
Oh, wow.
And honestly, it's giving me some serious Lovecraftian vibes.
Okay.
We're talking about, Cthulhu cult and let's just say something else entirely.
Okay.
Where do we even begin with all of this?
What really grabs me is how all these different pieces kind of click together like
Yeah.
a lock and key.
Yeah.
It forms this really unsettling picture.
Exactly. It's like putting together this creepy puzzle.
Yeah.
And at the center of it all is Professor George Gamble Angel.
Right.
He dies in 1926 under some seriously strange circumstances, right?
Yeah.
I mean, here's this leading expert on ancient languages and just collapses on his way home.
Right.
Doesn't really add up.
It's suspicious for sure. The official story is he was old, 92 in fact.
Right.
And the uphill walk did him in.
Yeah.
But Professor Angel was supposed to be, healthy,
Yeah.
active, and then there's that locked box they found among his things.
The one with the monstrous clay sculpture.
Yeah.
And the notes marked Cthulhu cult.
Yeah, that's not something you find in your average professor's desk drawer.
Not unless your average professor is researching recurring dreams and their potential connection to ancient, secret societies, which it seems Professor Angel was.
Right.
Dreams, cults, ancient secrets.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're already heading down a rabbit hole here.
Hold on, because it gets deeper. Enter Henry Anthony Wilcox,
Okay.
a young sculptor known for telling strange stories.
Okay.
And having, very vivid dreams. Wilcox was convinced that he was psychically hypersensitive, that his dreams were somehow connected to something bigger, something beyond our world.
And he ends up on Professor Angel's doorstep
Because right after a minor earthquake, he has this incredibly vivid dream, and I mean vivid, that compels him to sculpt this disturbing bas relief, almost an exact match to the one in the professor's box.
No way. What are the odds?
Astronomically slim.
Wow.
And get this. The dream. It wasn't just any old dream.
Yeah.
Wilcox describes these immense stone cities, all weird angles and dripping with this greenish slime. And throughout it all, he hears this voice whispering, Cthulhu Fatan.
That's giving me chills.
Professor Angel thought so too.
Yeah.
See, he recognized those hieroglyphs, the ones on both sculptures,
right,
from his own research. He became obsessed with documenting Wilcox's dreams, particularly as they started to get even more intense.
What kind of stuff was Wilcox dreaming about?
More of the same unsettling imagery. Cyclopean cities, the dripping stone, the whispers of Cthulhu and Aurea.
Right.
But then Wilcox gets hit with a delirious fever.
Okay.
And starts ranting about this monstrous creature miles high.
So not just bad dreams then.
Right. It's like something from Wilcox's subconscious, something he accessed in his dreams, started to bleed over into our reality.
And if Professor Angel's notes are anything to go by, Wilcox wasn't alone, was he?
Yeah.
Those news clippings you mentioned, the ones from around the same time as Wilcox's fever dreams, paint a pretty disturbing picture.
It seems that what Professor Angel stumbled onto was a potential link between Wilcox's dreams and this wave of global unrest happening at the exact same time.
Okay.
Late February to early April 1925, to be precise.
Okay, so we're not talking about a slight uptick in the price of tea.
No.
What kind of unrest are we talking about?
Think unexplained suicides?
Oh, wow.
Religious fanaticism flaring up out of nowhere, people just snapping all over the world. And to top it off, a lot of artists, writers, musicians, they started having these incredibly vivid nightmares very similar to Wilcox's, especially around the time he was delirious.
Really?
One architect even had a total breakdown, screaming about some monstrous entity.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Are you saying there's a connection between this Cthulhu thing, a sculptor's nightmares, and a worldwide wave of chaos?
Yeah. It's definitely a possibility that Professor Angel was looking into.
Wow.
And here's where it gets truly intriguing. Okay. Years before Wilcox's nightmares, the professor had another brush with this whole Cthulhu mystery, this time with a police inspector at an archaeology conference in 1908.
This is like something out of an Indiana Jones movie, only way creepier. What happened at the conference?
It all started with Inspector John Raymond LaGrasse, who worked for the New Orleans Police Department.
Right.
He had stumbled upon something that had even seasoned officers spooked.
Another creepy artifact. You know, this whole found footage aesthetic of this deep dive is really working for me.
Right. So picture this. Inspector Legrasse and his team are breaking up what they think is this voodoo ritual down in the Louisiana swamps. And they find this grotesque stone statuette, the chanting they heard, the look of the idol itself. It was deeply unsettling, and nobody had ever seen anything quite like it.
And I bet the statuette looked a lot like the one Wilcox dreamt up.
You got it. Like 2 peas in a pod, despite being found in totally different parts of the world and years apart.
Right.
And to make it even weirder, Legrasse's notes mention the chant the cult members were using.
Yeah.
Finglui monya futulu arlai hoganagrufutain.
I'm not even going to try that one. What's it mean?
Buckle up. In his house at Arlai, dead Cthulhu waits dreaming.
Okay, so we've got Cthulhu name dropped a few times now.
Right.
Who or what is this guy? And this Arlaya place, where is it?
Yeah.
Asking for a friend who might be a little freaked out right now.
To understand that, we have to dig into what those Louisiana swamp cult members actually believed.
Okay.
Luckily, Inspector Legrasse was thorough with his reports.
Okay.
And what they reveal is both fascinating and terrifying.
All right, lay it on me.
Okay.
What did these cult members have to say?
So,
what's the Cthulhu Cliff Notes version?
They believed in these beings called the Great Old Ones.
Okay.
Powerful entities that predate humanity.
Okay.
Beings that came from the stars.
Right.
They weren't talking about your typical gods and goddesses.
Right.
These great old ones, they claimed, weren't dead.
Okay.
They were in a sort of slumber, dreaming in this sunken city called Arlia.
Right.
Just waiting for the right moment to wake up and reclaim the world.
And Cthulhu is one of these great old ones.
Oh, absolutely not.
This isn't your average cult, is it?
Cthulhu's like the high priest of this whole pantheon of cosmic horrors.
Right.
Just chillin', literally in his underwater city, waiting for the stars to align for his big comeback tour.
Okay, so not exactly someone you want to grab a beer with.
Right.
But back to these dreams for a second. The cult mentioned Cthulhu communicating through dreams, right?
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
It's one of the most unsettling aspects of this whole thing, for sure.
Right.
See, according to the cult, these great old ones, they can't really interact with us directly.
Right.
They're just too powerful, too beyond our comprehension.
Okay.
So they use dreams as a back channel, slipping past our defenses when our minds are at their most vulnerable.
Oh, wow.
They whisper their desires, their influence into the minds of artists, poets, anyone they deem sensitive enough to receive their messages.
So Wilcox, the architect who lost it, even poor Johansson, who we'll get to.
Yeah.
They were all basically puppets dancing to Cthulhu's dream and telepathy.
It's a creepy thought, but it makes a chilling kind of sense given Professor Angel's findings.
Right.
Think about the timing,
Yeah.
the dreams, Wilcox's breakdown, the global unrest.
Right.
All those disturbing events lining up perfectly with Cthulhu supposedly waking up down in Arlia.
Yeah.
It's almost as if his very presence, even trapped under the ocean, was enough to, like, send these ripples of madness across the globe.
Let's talk about those ripples for a second. You mentioned news clippings. What kind of stuff was happening around the world during this time? I mean, if there really was a connection, this has to be more than just a few people having a bad day.
Oh, it gets weird.
Okay.
Professor Angel, he marked up these clippings meticulously.
Right.
Like he was trying to plot points on a map.
Yeah.
Most of the really unsettling incidents, they all happened between February 28th and April 2nd of 1925.
Right around the time Wilcox had those crazy fever dreams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're talking about mass suicides with no explanation.
Wow.
People claiming to hear voices, outbreaks of religious fervor.
Now you
And I'm talking full-blown apocalyptic stuff.
Oh, wow.
And remember those artists I mentioned earlier?
Right.
Some of them, they started depicting these disturbing otherworldly beings in their work.
Really?
As if they had seen something truly horrifying. Wow. It's like for a brief moment, that veil between our world and whatever lies beyond was lifted just a little.
Yeah.
And a select few got a glimpse of the nightmare fuel behind it.
And then just as suddenly as it started, it stopped on April 2nd. Wilcox wakes up from his delirium.
Right.
The nightmares cease, and the world goes back to pretending everything is normal.
Yeah.
What happened? Did someone hit the snooze button on the apocalypse?
It's possible. Remember, the cult members talked about the stars being right for Cthulhu's return?
Right.
Whatever celestial alignment was happening back in 1925, it seems to have corrected itself.
Right.
Pushing Cthulhu back into his underwater nap.
Yeah.
But it's clear the cult didn't just give up and go home.
Right. What about those guys aboard the Alert? They seem pretty determined to cause some trouble.
That whole encounter is bizarre.
Right.
They were practically spoiling for a fight.
Right.
Ordering the Emma to turn back like they owned the ocean.
Right.
And that idol they had, the one Johansson described, it's like a recurring nightmare in all of this, isn't it?
The one that looks just like the statuette from the swamp, and the image Wilcox sculpted after his dream.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about a calling card. They were practically begging to be connected to this Cthulhu cult.
And why go to all that trouble unless they were on a mission?
Right.
Driven by some unshakable belief that they were meant to do something. It's like that idol was more than just a statue.
Right.
It was a symbol, a conduit.
Yeah.
A focal point for all their twisted devotion.
Right.
And if the cult's goal really is to wake up Cthulhu and usher in a new age?
Let me guess. One where humanity is free and wild, to borrow their words.
Right.
Which, in Cthulhu terms, probably doesn't involve a whole lot of Netflix and chill.
Let's just say I wouldn't want to be around to see what kind of freedom they have in mind.
Agreed. Okay, so we have cults, ancient cities, dream telepathy, and a giant squid monster chilling in the South Pacific.
Right.
You know, just your average Tuesday.
Yeah.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's go back to Professor Angel for a moment.
Okay.
You said his death might not have been for natural causes.
That's right. He died on a deserted street after a supposed encounter with a sailor who conveniently vanished right after.
Right.
Add that to everything else, and it starts to feel less like a coincidence and more like someone or something wanted to silence him because he knew too much. The cult, those guys on the Alert, even Johansson's run-in with those shady Lascar sailors who were, like, inexplicably there when he died. It's like they have their tentacles everywhere.
It's a disturbing possibility, right?
Right.
Knowledge can be dangerous, especially when you're dealing with forces as ancient and powerful as the great old ones.
Right.
And now you're left holding the bag, so to speak.
Yeah.
Sifting through Professor Angel's research, trying to piece together a puzzle that might have gotten him killed.
And what do we do with that knowledge? Do we just sit on it, hoping Cthulhu enjoys his extended nap time?
Honestly, I wish I had the answer to that.
Right.
I think Professor Angel, he understood that ignoring the problem wouldn't make it go away.
Right.
He dedicated his life to uncovering the truth, even if it cost him everything.
Right. Maybe that's what we can learn from all of this.
So what? We become, like, Cthulhu scholars.
Right.
Pack our bags and go on a deep-sea expedition to find our Leia.
Maybe not that extreme.
Okay.
At least not yet. But we can at least be aware,
Right.
open our minds to the possibility that there are things out there,
Right.
forces at play that we can't even begin to comprehend.
Hey, right.
And pay attention because you never know where the next clue might be hiding.
All right, I'm listening.
Yeah.
What kind of clues should we be on the lookout for?
Okay.
Give me something to work with.
Well, the cult members mentioned a specific alignment of the stars
Right.
that would herald Cthulhu's return.
Okay.
It's like a cosmic alarm clock. Only instead of waking up to your day, we get helium. Right.
Not ideal. So, any idea what we should be looking for up there? Any astrologers in our listeners' lives?
Unfortunately, the details about this celestial alignment are pretty vague in these accounts.
Right.
It's frustrating, I know. It's like knowing a hurricane is coming, but not when or where it will hit.
Talk about anxiety-inducing. So we're just supposed to wait around, hoping for the best.
Yeah.
I'm not great at waiting.
There's a certain psychological torture to that, isn't there?
Right?
The not knowing. It can make you question everything you see.
Right.
Every strange dream, every weird news story. But maybe that's part of the point. Maybe that fear, that uncertainty, it's all part of their game.
So what can we do if we can't stop it? How do we even begin to prepare for something like that? I mean, we're talking about an entity that can, like, mess with your mind from miles out of the ocean.
Yeah.
How do you fight that?
It's a question I've grappled with a lot, especially after reading Johansson's account.
Yeah.
But I think Professor Angel was onto something.
Okay.
He understood that knowledge is power,
Okay.
even when dealing with the unknown. The more we understand about these forces, about the cult and their motivations, the better equipped we are to face them, whatever form that might take.
So we arm ourselves with knowledge. I have to say, facing down a cosmic horror with, like, a well-read library card wasn't exactly the plan, but Hey, desperate times, right?
Right. It's not about becoming an expert overnight,
Right.
but about cultivating awareness. A healthy dose of skepticism about the nature of reality itself.
Okay.
Pay attention to the world around you.
Right.
Those little details that seem off, the dreams that linger a little too long after you wake up.
Easier said than done when you're like busy just trying to make it through the day.
Absolutely. But that's where we, as a species that loves to share cat videos and conspiracy theories in equal measure, have an advantage.
Right.
We talk.
Yeah.
We compare notes. We don't let things slide into that, oh, that's a weird category without at least, posting about it online.
Right.
That collective awareness, that's our strength.
So instead of fighting Cthulhu with harpoons and depth charges, we fight back with knowledge, awareness, and a healthy amount of internet sleuthing.
Exactly. The more we understand, the better prepared we'll be. And who knows? Maybe somewhere in Professor Angel's notes, hidden among those news clippings and dream journals, there's a clue.
Yeah.
A piece of information that can help us navigate this nightmare.
Well, you've certainly given me, and I'm sure our listeners, a lot to think about. I'm not sure I'll ever look at a squid, an earthquake, or a weird dream the same way again.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Stay curious, my friend. Question everything. And never underestimate the power of a good nightmare.
Words to live by.
Right.
Especially in a world where ancient horrors lie dreaming beneath the waves. Thanks for diving into this unsettling mystery with me. And for you listening, keep those news clippings coming. You never know what we might uncover.